Bugs crashing your pack's party? Whether they've got paws or sneakers, your pack deserves a home that's protected from pests. That's where Wondercide comes in. Plant-powered protection made with steam-distilled natural essential oils that actually work. It kills and repels fleas, ticks, mosquitoes, and ants without questionable ingredients or overpowering smells. Safe to use around kids and pets when used as directed, lab-proven to work fast, and proudly made in the USA. We offer sprays for pets, people, homes, and yards. Plus, spot-on treatments, collars, and even shampoos. Whatever your pack needs, we've got it covered. Founded by a pet parent looking for a better way to protect her dog Luna, Wondercide's now protected over 21 million lives and counting. You might have even seen us on Shark Tank. Go to Wondercide.com and use code WONDER20 for 20% off your first order. That's WONDER20 at Wondercide.com. Wondercide. Protect your pack with plant-powered Wondercide today.
We all know those GLP-1 injections work wonders, but that price tag almost gave me a heart attack when my insurance denied coverage. I was staring at a choice between paying my mortgage or paying for weight loss. Talk about a rock in a hard place. Then I found Elevate Health compounded semaglutide at just $58 with payment plans that don't require a second mortgage. Same medication, same results, but a price that real folks can actually afford. Visit joinelevate.com today. That's JOINELEVATE.com. Your wallet will be as happy as your waistline. This medication is not FDA approved.
Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter-spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve. Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into our time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
Westerns on this Saturday, episodes of Gunsmoke, Jimmy Stewart as the six-shooter. We'll also have Gun Will Travel, and we'll head a little more north than west with Paul Sutton in the Challenge of the Yukon. And while we're up north, we'll come back a little further south and stop off and see what's going on with Fibber, McGee, and Molly. That's coming up on this Saturday, 27th day of September, 270th day of the year, 95 days left in 2025. 1903, the wreck of the old 97, a crash made famous by the song of the same name, took place on this date in 1903. Glenn Miller and his orchestra performed for the last time on this date in 1942, before Miller entered the Army. It was on this date in 1954, the nationwide debut of Tonight, hosted by Steve Allen on NBC.
In case you're just joining us, this is Tonight, and I can't think of too much to tell you about it, except I want to give you the bad news first. This program is going to go on forever. Boy, you think you're tired now. Wait till you see 1 o'clock roll around. It's a long show. Goes on from 11:30 here in the East, that is, from 11:30 to 1 in the morning. And we especially selected this particular theater. This is a New York theater called the Hudson, and we especially selected this for this very late show because this theater's, I think it sleeps about 800 people.
The show actually started at 11:15 p.m. Eastern. That first 15 minutes was a New York show that was sponsored by, and I want to say it was Knickerbocker Beer. And they continued that show, 11:15 all the way till 1 o'clock in the morning their time. And, of course, in those days, in 1954, you only had a 15-minute late newscast. In later years, stations went to a half hour. The first 15 minutes neglected. When Johnny Carson took over the show after Jack Parr had it, that first 15 minutes was done for most of the time by Ed McMahon and either Skitch Henderson, or once Skitch left the show, it was done by Doc Severinsen. And they did music and they did silly stuff to fill the 15 minutes. Finally, Johnny Carson got rid of that 15 minutes, and so it became a 90-minute show. Later, it would become a 1-hour show. Tonight's show, beginning on this date in 1954, Steve Allen. And you have to look, Steve Allen was a wonderful, amazing host. Jack Parr was an amazing host. Johnny Carson was the best of the bunch. And since then, it hasn't been nearly as good. Also on this date in 1954, Senator Joseph McCarthy responded to a report from a Senate committee that found him in an unfavorable light for his anti-communist campaign and his methods.
I am not setting myself above any law, but Senator, I just will not abide by any secrecy directive of anyone. I think you and I have and will, as the presidents come and go, we have a duty to do our job, even though we may differ with a perfectly honest version of what the president thinks his job is.
Now, the Senate Committee 4 report called McCarthy's behavior as a committee chairman inexcusable, reprehensible, vulgar, and insulting. Now, let's be honest. Senator McCarthy was doing what he thought was right, but not remaining within the bounds of the rules. And he was much more acerbic than he needed to be. And he would accuse people of things that they hadn't really done. And because he did it on the floor of the Senate, he could get away with saying whatever he wanted to. Senate censured him on December 2nd. McCarthy died in May of 1957 of acute hepatitis. He was 48. One of the things that people are not aware of is that congressmen, senators, and both representatives can get away with saying most anything on the floor of the House or the Senate without anything other than what the House or Senate might do to them. They can't be charged with liable slander for what they say on the House or Senate floor. And that is why sometimes they will say things on the House or Senate floor that you or I could not get away with saying in public. The Warren Commission on this date in 1964 released its report concluding that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone in the assassination of President John F. Kennedy.
The shots which killed President Kennedy and wounded Governor John Connally of Texas were fired by Lee Harvey Oswald, acting completely alone for reasons of his own which may never be fathomed.
Reporter Richard C. Hodelet, and quite frankly, Hodelet, a reporter, an anchor, and I wouldn't trade Hodelet for a dozen of today's people in the news media. 1968, the stage musical Hair opened at the Shaftesbury Theatre in London. It played almost 2,000 performances. 1998, and the closure, not because of lack of ticket sales, roof collapsed on July 1973. Now, it was on this Sunday in 1987, the very first fall Sunday in 5 years without pro football. Players went on strike and bands were not happy.
I think the players, they should be playing. They're making enough money. They need to be out there playing.
And that band from Washington. And, you know, Washington didn't have a great team at that time. But band wanted to see him. 1988, Canadian sprinter Ben Johnson stripped of his gold medal in the 100 meters at the Seoul Summer Olympics after a test revealed he had taken steroids.
The IOC Medical Commission recommends disqualification of this competitor from the Games of the 24th Olympiad in Seoul.
Michel Verdier speaking for the International Olympic Committee on this date back in 1988. In Afghanistan on this date in 1996, the Taliban captured the capital city Kabul after driving out the president and executing their former leader, Mohammad Najibullah. Google established on this date in 1998, and on that same date, Mark McGwire hit his 70th home run of the season. That was a new record.
One umpire is set. So is the right-hander. All 6 feet 5 inches of him. He's set, and the first one to a Big Mac. Swing, and it's get up, baby, get up, get up, get up. Home run. He's done it again. 70 home runs. Take a ride on that for history.
Mike Shannon with the call over KMOX in St. Louis. The record would be broken 3 seasons later by Barry Bonds, who hit 73 in a season. It was on this date in 2012. A mass shooting took place at Accent Signage Systems in Minneapolis. 6 people killed, including the gunman who committed suicide. 2 others were wounded. It was on this date in 2018 during a day-long hearing by the Senate Judiciary Committee. Christine Blasey Ford said she was 100% certain that she was sexually assaulted by Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh when they were teenagers.
Brett groped me and tried to take off my clothes. I believed he was going to rape me.
Kavanaugh told senators he was 100% certain that didn't happen.
This is a circus. The consequences will extend long past my nomination.
Kavanaugh confirmed strictly along party lines. Among those passing away on this date in history, actor Lloyd Noland, Donald O'Connor, actor, singer, dancer, Hugh Hefner, publisher and founder of Playboy, the co-founder of the band Jefferson Airplane, Marty Balin, and a Triple Crown actress. She won Oscars, she won Emmys, and she won a Tony. Maggie Smith, passing away a year ago today. Birthdays on this date include revolutionary leader Samuel Adams, political cartoonist Thomas Nast, magician Harry Blackstone Sr., Jane Meadows, born on this date. She passed away 15 years after the death of her wonderful husband, Steve Allen. Actor William Conrad, whom we will hear coming up in a few moments, as Marshal Matt Dillon. Also another magician, very funny Carl Ballantine, actor Roger C. Carmel, Mission Impossible's Greg Morris, actor Wilford Brimley, also Don Cornelius of Soul Train fame, and Meatloaf. All those folks born on this date in history, they have all left the building.
Hi, this is Jeff Foxworthy. It is now time for the birthday announcements. The following people are now officially older than dirt.
From the Guess Who and Bachman Turner Overdrive, Randy Bachman, 82 years old today. From General Hospital, One Life to Live, Days of Our Lives, and Queen of the South most recently, A. Martinez is 77. Teen idol Sean Cassidy, 67 years old today, the eldest son of Shirley Jones and Jack Cassidy, and his older half-brother was singer-actor David Cassidy. Sean Cassidy, 67 today. From Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Bones, Tamara Taylor, 55. Gwyneth Paltrow, 53 today.
Welcome to Cleveland Hopkins International Airport. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign.
From the movie View from the Top, Gwyneth Paltrow, 53. From the band Three Doors Down, Brad Arnold is 47. From True Blood and Pitch Perfect, Anna Camp is 43. Singer Avril Lavigne is 41. And the wonderful actress Jenna Ortega, her career took off after she got on the show Netflix. And she told NBC in an interview she knew fans would still think of Christina Ricci's Wednesday from the 1991 movie, so she made the Wednesday that she does her own.
The script that was given to me was very reminiscent of 90s Wednesday. And it's also hard when the generations that grew up watching Christina Ricci are excited about the franchise still and the story because, there's that nostalgic aspect where you don't really want to let go of that, which I completely understand because I feel a similar way. So it was a weird kind of balancing act of introducing new qualities and traits and doing it in a subtle manner so that it didn't throw anybody off. And it was still reminiscent of the Wednesday that they grew up knowing and loving, but also showing more of her. She's only ever been a one-liner character, so it was, there's more to know about her and more to see from her here.
I think this show, Wednesday, will continue for a long time to come. Jenna Ortega doing a wonderful job with the character, and she's just 23. Those just a few of the people celebrating the 27th day of September as their birthday. If this is your birthday,
happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
You know, one of the things I do is when, and I am not a big, I love music. I adore music, but I do not stay on top of all of today's pop music. And so sometimes I don't hear about a song until it's been out forever, for a very, very long time. The best example of that was the big hit, Die With a Smile. And it was a wonderful song, and it made you appreciate Lady Gaga as being a great musician. The collaboration she and Bruno Mars did was so wonderful. But I get very, very bizarre when I find a song that I enjoy. And I will dig into YouTube and I will look for covers. And the main reason I look for covers is to find people who have taken the song and made it their own. And while the song that Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga did, it's wonderful. It's like the song that Jake did, Golden Hour. Wonderful, wonderful, romantic song. And yet I found a young lady in the Ukraine that did the song on The Voice, and she gave it her own spin. And it was wonderful. You know, I love hit songs, but the thing is, the songs are not, and the artists that originally do them are not the be-all and end-all. It's a matter of finding a cover that goes to the next level and makes the song something even bigger and better and broader and more beautiful than ever. Okay, let's get off that. I don't know why I had to bring that. Oh, I brought that up because of Wednesday, and that's what Jenna Ortega did. She took a great character that Charles Addams came up with, or for the Addams family, and that character was refined by Christina Ricci in the 1991 movie, and now she's taken Wednesday and taken it and made it an even bigger character. And that's the great part of it. It's like I could understand Gunsmoke going to television, and this is where we tie the two together. Most of you know I'm not a tremendous fan of the television Gunsmoke because they did not take the show and make it their own. They tried to do what William Conrad and the other cast did, and they were not as good at it, in my opinion, as William Conrad and the crew did on radio. And we'll hear that in a moment. Gunsmoke, 71 years ago. The Helping Hand, that's next.
We all know those GLP-1 injections work wonders, but that price tag almost gave me a heart attack when my insurance denied coverage. I was staring at a choice between paying my mortgage or paying for weight loss. Talk about a rock and a hard place. Then I found Elevate Health compounded semaglutide at just $58 with payment plans that don't require a second mortgage. Same medication, same results, but a price that real folks can actually afford. Visit joinelevate.com today. That's JOINELEVATE.com. Your wallet will be as happy as your waistline.
This medication is not FDA approved.
Looking for a smarter choice for dental implants? Meet the Contact Dental Implant System from Biotech Dental, trusted by clinicians across Europe and now available in the US. With a single prosthetic connection, streamlined surgical kits, and seamless digital workflows, Contact makes every step easier. It's clinically proven, intuitively designed, and surprisingly affordable. See for yourself why more dentists are switching to Biotech Dental's Contact System. Visit biotechdental.com today to learn more. That's biotechdental.com.
Let's look ahead to 1966, and there you are in your beautiful new home. You've got automatic gadgets everywhere. There's a sparkling new dream car in your garage. The youngsters are in a fine college. All's right with the world. Is this just an idle dream? No, this is a real future that you can start building right now. A secure, carefree, prosperous future built with United States savings bonds. In 10 years, you'll get back $4 for every $3 you've invested. Join the payroll savings plan where you work or buy bonds where you bank. Start in 1956 to make 1966 the beginning of the golden years.
Now, Gunsmoke from 71 years ago, September 27th, 1954, William Conrad and the Helping Hand.
There's double-barreled action for you this week. Tonight, Gunsmoke. Saturday night, Gunsmoke again. At the end of tonight's show, I'll give you the details.
Gunsmoke, brought to you by Chesterfield, America's most popular two-way cigarette. What a pair. Chesterfield King Size at the new low price. Chesterfield Regular. Around Dodge City and into territory on West, there's just one way to handle the killers and the spoilers, and that's with a U.S. Marshal and the smell of Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke, starring William Conrad. The transcribed story of the violence that moved west with young America. And the story of a man who moved with it.
I'm that man, Matt Dillon, United States Marshal. The first man they look for and the last they want to meet. It's a chancy job, and it makes a man watchful and a little lonely.
I swear, Mr. Dillon, it seems like we've been riding for that cottonwood grove the last 2 hours.
Well, that's because you started thinking about it before you even saw it, Chester.
It's water I've been thinking about. I won't never make it to Dodge without water.
You'll make it.
Not saying I won't.
Wait a minute, Chester. Look over there.
Who are they? What are they doing in there?
Well, the man on the paint horse is Bill Pence, Emmett Bauer's foreman. The other two must be riders of his.
Yeah, but that kid they've got... Look, his hands is tied behind his back.
They haven't seen us yet, Chester. Let's ride closer.
What's Pence taking down his rope for? What? Well, Mr. Dillon, you know what they're doing?
Yeah, only they're not gonna do it.
They've seen us now.
Hello, Pence.
What are you doing out here, Marshal?
I'm on my way into Dodge. Does Bowers know what's going on out here?
Marshal, I'm foreman of this outfit. Emmett Bowers don't question how I handle things.
Whose horse is that kid sitting on?
What?
The boy there, is that his horse?
Well, yeah, it's his horse. Why?
Chester.
Yes, sir?
Go untie his hands.
Here, wait a minute.
Go
Marshal.
on, Chester. And if anybody interferes with you, I'll shoot him.
Okay, Mr. Dillon.
You're making trouble, Marshal.
Pence, you know me. You know I won't stand for lynching. And you know I'll kill you if I have to.
Yeah, I think you would. But this still ain't none of your business, Marshal. I caught that boy.
I don't care what you
off.
caught him trying to do. I'm taking him into Dodge, and if you want to ride in and make your charges against him legally, you'll be there. You can thank your luck I came by here before you got your own neck in a noose. Because I'd have caught you for this, Pence, and I'd have followed you to California for it. Now, you get out of here. All three of you. Oh, morning, Chester.
Morning, Mr. Dillon.
How's the boy this morning?
Fine. Except he's wondering when you're going to turn him loose.
Well, I saw Emmett Bowers and Bill Pence riding up the street when I came in. Maybe we'll learn the truth about all this now.
The boy swears he ain't lying.
Yeah, maybe he isn't. Now, here they come.
Marshal Dillon. Chester.
Morning, Mr. Bowers.
Hello, Bowers. Pence.
I told Mr. Bowers the whole story, Marshal.
Did you?
You did, Marshal. What you called a lynching wasn't going to be no lynching at all.
No?
No. It was just a hanging. Pence and them two riders of mine caught that fella trying to run off a bunch of my cattle. That's cattle thieving, Marshal, and where I come from, that's a hanging offense.
The law, Bowers. The law decides who hangs and who doesn't.
The law's too slow. Now, cow thieves has got to be hung when you catch them.
I told you yesterday, Pence, you lynch anybody out there and I'll come after you. I don't care what you call it. No, I'm not going to argue about this, gentlemen.
We'll worry about that later. Right now, I want to know what you're going to do with that thief.
Well, I haven't decided yet, Bowers. But I'll tell you what he told me.
I ain't interested in what he told you.
Listen anyway. He said he didn't steal any cows, and what's more, he wasn't going to.
Well, that's a lie, Marshal. Me and the men watched him cut 15 head out.
And then did he leave him and start to ride away, or didn't he?
Oh, well, sure, he started to ride away. He either seen this or he was coming back and drive him off at night, one or the other.
He says he changed his mind. He realized he couldn't do it even though he started to.
You believe a thieving kid rather than a man like Bill Pence, Marshal?
I don't know who I believe yet, Bowers.
Let's get out of here, Pence.
Yes, sir.
Marshal Dillon, I'll be mighty interested in what you decide to do about this. So will every other cattleman I know of.
I want to talk to that boy, Chester.
He's right back there waiting.
Oh, Marshal.
Unlock the cell, Chester.
Yes, sir.
You said your name's Steve Elser. Is that true?
I got no reason to lie about my name, Marshal.
Where are you from?
San Juan Mountains, Marshal, over in Colorado.
What are you doing in Kansas?
I'm 18 and figured it was time to leave home.
Why?
I'd have killed my pa or he'd have killed me if I'd stayed.
Yeah.
He ain't let me sleep in the house since I was 10, Marshal. Sometimes he don't even let my ma sleep in the house.
Why not?
Oh, nothing my pa does makes much sense. I think he got his brains knocked loose about 10 years back. Time a grizzly bear slapped him in the head. It most likely killed him, and I wished it had.
I see. Tell me about those cattle of Emmett Bowers, Elser. You admit you started to steal them.
Oh, shucks, I'd have never done it, Marshal. Not really. I was just kind of seeing how easy it'd be.
Well, you found out. Pence and his riders were watching you the whole time.
I know. They told me.
Well, there's one thing about you. At least you don't carry a gun.
Maybe I'd better.
No. Look, Elser, I believe you. And I'm going to turn you loose. But on one condition.
What's that?
That you get a job. Work at it. Prove you're honest. And I'm going to give you a week to find one.
Oh, Marshal, I've been working all my life. I'm tired.
I'll give you a week, Elser. And if you don't have a job by then, you're going to have to leave the country.
Who do you like in the World Series? New York Giants? Cleveland Indians? Well, I guess that question is on everybody's mind right about now. Of course, the series starts Wednesday at New York's famous Polo Grounds. Then the action moves to Cleveland's great municipal stadium. You fans who have been to these great ballparks know they have one thing in common: the giant Chesterfield scoreboard sign, which instantly flashed the official scorer's decision. It's a hit. Yes, sir, as the big signs say, Chesterfield's a hit with baseball fans everywhere, with millions of smokers around the country. It's America's most popular two-way cigarette. Whether you enjoy the World Series at the ballpark, on TV or radio, there's one thing for sure. You'll enjoy it much more with Chesterfield. In the whole wide world, no cigarette satisfies like a Chesterfield. Buy Chesterfield King Size or Chesterfield Regular, both at the same price in most places. Get a carton today.
Evening, Matt.
Oh, sit down, Doc.
Oh, thank you, Matt. Oh, man. The street looks pretty quiet tonight.
Oh, it's early yet, Doc.
Uh-huh. Oh, see, Chester was telling me about that boy, Eltzer.
Yeah. I hope I was right turning him loose this morning.
Uh-huh. Well, Matt, it sounds to me like he's one of those fellows that's just about to go bad. A push one way or the other can make the whole difference.
Well, I guess it's worth a chance, Doc.
Yeah, most all of us have had a little help somewhere along the way. Otherwise, there'd be nothing but thieves and crooks walking around. I bet you did, Matt. Or you wouldn't be trying to help this boy.
Maybe.
Yeah, well, anyway, he didn't steal those cows.
No, but he came a lot closer to it than a man should, Doc.
Mr. Dillon? Yeah. Oh, hello, Doc.
Good evening, Chester.
You better step into the Oliver Gander, Mr. Dillon. Pence is in there about to have a fight with young Elser.
What?
It's not a gunfight. Elser ain't armed, but he's making Pence awful mad.
I will see you later, Doc.
So long, Matt.
What's Elser up to, Chester?
Well, sir, he's been bragging to Pence about his not getting to hang him, about not being in jail and all. It ain't improving Pence's temper none.
Oh, hello, Marshal.
Hello, John. Is Elser drunk?
He's been drinking, but he ain't drunk.
Hell, he won't find a job hanging around saloons.
No, sir. Over there at the bar, Mr. Dillon.
Now, you just shut up and get yourself out of here, little thief. I ain't a thief. I ain't a murderer either, Pence. Oh, I told you for the last time, Elser.
All right, that's enough, Pence. Don't kick him.
Well, then throw him in jail where he belongs, Marshal. I just ain't gonna listen to his talk.
You don't have to. I'll handle him.
You'll handle him. You sure done fine so far. Hit me. I'll kill you for this, Pence.
Shut up, Elser. Now get up on your feet.
I didn't hurt you, but I sure will next time. And there won't be no marshal around to nurse you, Elser.
I didn't come to Dodge to get kicked around. Not no more, not never.
You ain't even got half of what's coming to you, kid.
Leave him alone, Pence. Now, you, Elser, I told you to go find a job, you remember?
A job? It's a gun I'm going to find me. He wouldn't have hit me if I'd been carrying a gun.
You start wearing a gun and I'll throw it in the Arkansas and you went after it. Come over here a minute. I'm giving you a chance to make good, Elser, but it's not going to last forever. Now you get out of here and start doing something about it. The next day, I had to go up to Fort Larned on government business. But before I left, I talked to a couple of ranchers who were in town about hiring on Steve Elser. However, they'd heard about him and said I was making a big mistake trying to help a boy that was headed for the end of a rope. Well, I argued with them, but it was no use. And I decided I'd try to find him a job in town to start with. I was gone 2 days, and the night I got back, I went over to the Texas Trail looking for Chester. He wasn't there, but Kitty was.
I saw Chester about an hour ago, Matt. He didn't expect you back till tomorrow.
It didn't take as much time as I thought, Kitty. Tell me about things here, huh?
Well, nobody's been shot or hung, I know of. There's one thing I don't like, though.
Oh, what's that, Kitty?
You know Ben Hander?
For one reason or another, I've thrown Ben Hander in jail at least 10 times.
Well, he and Steve Elser have been running together the last couple of days.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That's mighty poor company for Elser.
I think you're wasting your time trying to help that kid, Matt. As much as I admire your reasons.
He isn't wearing a gun, is he?
Not so far.
I don't like this, Kitty. Could be that all Ben Hander needs to get into real trouble's a partner. Somebody just like Elster who'll kind of look up to him, egg him on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping the boy'd done something about finding a job.
Maybe you've been too easy on him, Matt.
I've done what I thought was right, Kitty.
I know.
Has, Bill Pence been around, or Bowers?
No, but I heard Bowers has spread it all over the country how the law turned a cow thief loose.
Oh, sure, I expected that.
Well, you can't blame people for wondering about it.
No, but I can sure blame Bowers for backing up Pence on a lynching. If he's going to talk about the law, why doesn't he start with that?
Matt.
What?
Look around. Headed for the bar.
Yeah. I'm going to have a talk with him, Kitty. I'll see you later.
Sure.
Hello, Elser.
Oh, Marshal. I heard you was out of town.
I got back tonight.
You gonna buy us a drink, Marshal?
Not likely, Hander.
That ain't very friendly.
You found a job yet, Elser?
No. No, I ain't.
You been looking?
Oh, some.
Where?
Here and there.
Where?
Oh, it's no use, Marshal. First man I asked said nobody'd hire me. Anyway, there's no lawman's got to have a job.
You got to have one.
Lay off him, Marshal. He ain't done nothing.
Of course I ain't. Why is everybody always kicking me around?
Now, you think that's what I'm doing?
Everybody is. Makes me ashamed. Nobody'll trust me.
Elser, I'll help you find a job tomorrow. Around Dodge somewhere.
But I told you nobody...
People will trust you as soon as you prove to them that they can.
No, they won't. Besides, I don't want no job. I just don't want one.
There's no other way, Elser. You find a job by tomorrow night or get out.
Oh, you can't do that. You give him a week before...
I changed my mind, Hunter, since he's met you.
What's that got to do with it?
You're no good. And sooner or later, he'll be in trouble. So he's got to move faster now.
You got no right to talk that way about me, Marshal.
Why not? Well, why not?
Oh, leave him be, Marshal. Leave me be, too. I'll make out all right. Always do.
Oh, you made out fine in that cottonwood grove, Elser. So far, you're not doing much better here. Now, you come see me tomorrow night and you have a job. And if you think I don't mean what I say, you ask Hander here. He knows me.
Today, one-way cigarettes, one size, that is, are almost obsolete because they just don't give smokers what they want. Either way, you'll like Chesterfield best. It's America's most popular two-way cigarette because only Chesterfield gives you the right combination of the world's best tobaccos. Tobaccos that are highest in quality, low in nicotine, best for you. You and I smoke for relaxation, for comfort, for satisfaction. And in the whole wide world, no cigarette satisfies like a Chesterfield. You smoke with the greatest possible pleasure when your cigarette is Chesterfield. Yes, these 6 words, highest in quality, low in nicotine, mean Chesterfield is best for you. Get a carton of Chesterfield. Chesterfield Regular, Chesterfield king size. Both at the same price in most places. This is the best. Chesterfield. And the time to change today.
Maybe Kitty was right about my being too easy on young Elser. But as I found out next day, being hard on him didn't work any better. I just had breakfast at a little Mexican place at the edge of town, and I was walking back into the plaza when I noticed a small crowd in front of the Overland Express Company. I started across to find out what was going on when Chester spotted me and came running over.
He shot him, Mr. Dillon. He shot the clerk in there.
Who shot him?
Ben Hander. He tried to hold the place up about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, where is he? Did he get away?
Well, they say some men chased him down to the OK stable, and they've got him trapped in there.
All right, come on.
I talked to the clerk. Doc's with him now. It was Ben Hander alone, Mr. Dillon. Elser wasn't with him.
Huh. He got any money?
No, sir. Some men heard the shooting, come running across the plaza right away, and Hander got scared and left.
I wonder where the boy is.
Nobody ain't seen him I talked to.
Yeah. How bad's the clerk, Chester?
Oh, he took one bullet in the shoulder. It's going to hurt some, but it won't kill him. Look, there they are, Mr. Dillon. 4 or 5 of them, looks like, spread out around the stable there. I guess they must be waiting for you.
Good.
Hey, that one right there, ain't that Bill Penn?
Yeah, it is. Pence? Hey, Bill Pence.
Yeah. Well, we got him, Marshal. He's in that stable there. No way for him to leave without getting shot.
Okay. I want you and the other men to stay where you are, Pence. I'll go on after him.
Well, he's armed, Marshal.
Sure.
We could set fire to the place.
What, with horses in there?
Oh, I forgot about them.
Chester?
Yes, sir?
Wait here till I yell for you, huh?
Well, Mr. Dillon, if it's okay, I'd like to come up to the door with you.
All right, sure. If he gets past us, Pence, shoot him.
We sure will, Marshal.
That door swings out, Chester. Now that you're here, you can pull it open, but stay behind it. I'll go in alone.
Okay, sir.
Hander? Hander! Marshal Dillon.
You stay where you are, Marshal.
You can't get away, Hander. There are 5 men waiting out here for you. Now, don't be a fool. That clerk you shot isn't hurt bad. If you try to run now, you'll die for it.
I didn't kill him?
No. I'm coming in, Hander. It won't do you any good to shoot me, Hander, so you might as well give up. Now, you take your choice. You go to prison for a few years or die this morning.
Don't shoot, Marshal. I'm quitting.
All right, then walk up here with your hands in the air.
I'm coming. You come over, kid.
What's that? Who you talking to?
It's me, Marshal. Elsie.
What? Then you come out with your hands up, too, Elser.
We're coming.
Chester.
Yes, sir?
Come on in here. All right, that's far enough, you two. Stand right there.
Elser, so you was in on this?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't anywhere near that express office.
He was wearing a gun.
I got a right to wear a gun just like any other man.
He had nothing to do with that robbery, Marshal. Clerk and those men that followed me here can tell you that.
He was waiting here with your horses.
You can't prove that, Marshal.
Why are you standing up for him, Hander?
He's a good boy. People let him alone.
I ain't done a thing.
Chester, take Hander's gun.
Yes, sir. I got it, Mr. Dillon. What about Elser?
No, leave him alone. Step over here, Hander. Elsa,
What, Marshal?
I still think you were waiting here to get away with Hander. But he's right about it being hard to prove.
I ain't done a thing, Marshal.
No, but you would have. Anyway, I'm going to give you one more chance. I'm taking Hander to jail now, and while I'm doing it, I want you to get out of Dodge. For good. And don't come back.
Kicking me around again, ain't you?
I've done all I can for you, Elsa. There's nothing more I can do. You're on your own now. All right, Hander, you know where the jail is. Start walking.
Sure, Marshal. So long, kid.
Let's go, Hander.
Mr. Dillon!
He was drawing on you, Mr. Dillon. He was going to shoot you in the back.
Is he dead?
He died before he hit the ground, Hander. I could see it from where I was standing.
Thanks for warning me, Chester.
I was just starting to follow you, and I seen him move out of the corner of my eye.
I had a feeling he might try it.
You did?
That's why I was half ready for it. Anyway, it's the first time I've been right about him. I sure guessed wrong up till now.
But it was worth it, Mr. Dillon. Trying to help him, I mean.
No, not him, Chester. It was already too late to help him. I should have known that.
And now our star, William Conrad.
Thank you, George Fenneman. Ladies and gentlemen, I have two important pieces of news for you. First, as of this Saturday night, October 2nd, Gunsmoke goes back to its original time, where you discovered it and liked it. That's 8 p.m. in most cities, this Saturday and every Saturday. Second, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Perry Como will bring you an exciting new program with all of radio and TV's top tunes. That starts next Monday night, October the 4th at 9 p.m. So remember, Gunsmoke every Saturday night, Como every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. They're both on CBS Radio. Thank you.
Gunsmoke, transcribed under the direction of Norman MacDonald, stars William Conrad as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal. Tonight's story was specially written for Gunsmoke by John Meston, with music composed and conducted by Rex Corey. Featured in the cast were Sam Edwards, Lawrence Dobkin, Joe Cranston, and John Dehner. Harley Bear is Chester, Howard McNear is Doc, and Georgia Ellis is Kitty. Join us again this coming Saturday as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal, fights to bring law and order out of the wild violence of the West in Gunsmoke.
L&M filters are sweeping the country, and the reason's simple. No filter compares with L&M's exclusive Miracle Tip for quality or for effectiveness. And notice how easy it draws. You get much more flavor, much less nicotine. Yes, only L&M gives you effective filtration, and no other cigarette has it. Our statement of quality goes unchallenged. L&M is America's highest quality and best filter tip cigarette. Buy L&M's, now king size or regular, both at the same low price.
Remember, a week from tonight, hear the great new Perry Como Show, on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And this coming Saturday, hear Gunsmoke, both over CBS Radio. This is the CBS Radio Network.
Perry Como had a 44-year recording career for RCA Victor, and just RCA Victor, from 1943 until 1987. And he had hits in the 40s and the 50s and the 60s and even into the 70s. As I recall, his last big hit was, now I've got to think a moment, because I remember his big hit, It's Impossible. And was that in the 70s? I'm trying to remember. But he had a wonderful, wonderful voice. All righty. Gunsmoke. And also touting Perry Como for Chesterfield. 71 years ago, September 27th, 1954, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Another big star, Jimmy Stewart. He's going to be the six-shooter in just a moment.
Looking for a smarter choice for dental implants? Meet the Contact Dental Implant System from Biotech Dental, trusted by clinicians across Europe and now available in the US. With a single prosthetic connection, streamlined surgical kits, and seamless digital workflows, Contact makes every step easier. It's clinically proven, intuitively designed, and surprisingly affordable. See for yourself why more dentists are switching to Biotech Dental's Contact System. Visit biotechdental.com today to learn more. That's biotechdental.com.
Our religious institutions are strongholds of the American way of life. Our country was founded by men who had faith in God and who were willing to endure hardship and sacrifice for the sake of that faith. Today, the religious institutions in your community need your interest and support. So take an active part in religious affairs. Your pastor, rabbi, or priest will give you invaluable family counsel and aid if you are a newcomer to the community. To face the problems of the future, America must be morally strong. And that moral strength comes through worship and faith. Go to church this week and take someone with you.
Radio kept trying to remain relevant as a dramatic medium. And this is part of that attempt to remain fully relevant. Jimmy Stewart, the six-shooter, from 72 years ago today, September 27th, 1953, the story of the coward.
James Stewart as the six-shooter. The man in the saddle is angular and long-legged. His skin is sun-dyed brown. The gun in his holster is gray steel and rainbow mother of pearl, its handle unmarked. People call them both the six-shooter. Coleman, America's leader in modern automatic home heating equipment, and the National Broadcasting Company present James Stewart as the six-shooter, a transcribed series of dramas based on the life of Britt Ponset, the Texas plainsman who wandered through the Western Territories, leaving behind a trail of still-remembered legends. Now, in just a moment, immediately following this important announcement, you will hear Act One of The Six-Shooter. Last year, thousands of Americans who tried to get away with carelessness on the highways were killed or permanently injured in traffic accidents. And remember, accidents don't always happen to the other fellow. Unless you are meticulous in your observance of the rules of highway safety, you and your loved ones are vulnerable to the menace of traffic accidents. Every motorist should take an active role in supporting the safety movement in his or her community. Encourage driver training in your high schools. Teach your children the rules of safety on the highway. Remember, the life you save may be your own. Now, Act One of The Six-Shooter, starring James Stewart.
had a grandstand seat, a rocking chair on the front porch of the Temple City Hotel. Not that there was much to watch. A couple of women looking at the bonnets in the windows of Bradley's Mercantile, and some kids playing mummy peg over in the alley next to the bank, and the checker game in the shadow of a big elm across the street. But it was a couple of days before I was due to pick up some cattle in Atterbury for Mrs. Pritchard, and, well, Temple City seemed as good a place as any to stop over. I was considering taking a little nap when I saw Will. At least that's who I thought it was. He was coming out of the general store carrying a box of groceries. I couldn't be sure, though, because just as he started to climb into a wagon, another man rode up alongside and shut off my view.
Well, look who's in town. You doing the marketing, Will? Thought the women usually did that. But I guess in your case, it ain't such a bad idea to switch things around.
I was hoping I'd run into you, Temple. 2 of my cows have been killed this week.
You mean your wife's cows, don't you, Will? It wasn't 2, it was 3. The boys found another one grazing on my side of the creek this morning. You're going to have to do something about that fence of yours. You won't have no stock left at all.
That fence was all right yesterday.
Maybe. But this is today.
Now, you listen to me, Temple.
I figure it's about time you done the listening, Will. I want your wife's ranch. Ain't made no bones about it. She was willing to sell until you came along.
She ain't willing now.
I'll give you $2 an acre. That's more than a fair price. Anybody will tell you that.
We're not going to be shoved off that land, not for $2 an acre or 20.
Then maybe I'd better talk to Sarah, seeing as how it's her property.
No. I'm warning you. You stay away from our ranch and our cattle, or I'll...
Well, go on. Tell me what you'll do, Will. I'd be real interested to find out.
Come on, Bill.
If it was Sarah giving him the warning, I might take it seriously, seeing as how she wears the pants in the family.
The wagon moved in closer where I was sitting. I got a good look at him now. He'd changed a lot since last time we met up. He was older, and there were a couple of those squint wrinkles between his eyes. Even so, he still could have been more than 23 or 4, seeing as how he was only about 20 when we worked on the West Star Roundup together.
Hey, Will! Hey, Will!
I thought he'd recognize me, but I guess I'd changed some, too. I wasn't getting aged or nothing like that, but I'd ripened up a bit, I guess. Anyway, Will kind of glanced my way and then drove on. And from the way he was holding those reins, I had a pretty good idea of what he was thinking. This Temple fella, he pushed him too far. And if I knew Will, he was getting ready to do something about it. Well, there was no point in trying to run him down now. We'd probably meet up later. So I went into the hotel and looked around for a place to sit down. The clerk behind the desk was playing a game of solitaire.
Howdy, Mr. Ponset. Something I can do for you?
No, don't think so.
Room all right?
Yes, fine. Room's fine.
Real pleasure having you staying with us. Anything you'd like, will you?
The Black Queen.
Huh?
That plays on the King of Diamonds.
Oh, thank you. Like to look at the Denver paper? It just came in on the stage.
No, thanks. Just the same. I was sort of figuring on a little snooze. A little too much racket outside.
I know what you mean. Noah Temple's got a voice that carries all right. I could hear him and Will arguing clear in here.
Yeah.
Don't amount to nothing now, Mr. Ponset. They've been squaring off like that ever since Will moved to town and married Sarah Blake.
Oh?
Oh, looks like I'm stuck. Good thing I'm not playing at the gambling hall. I'd be out $50. You see, Noah's got the idea of buying Sarah's ranch, and there ain't going to be no stopping him until he buys it.
Will he need her land for any reason?
Sure thinks he does. Now, if I can just get me the ace of spades. 40 years ago, Noah's grandfather started this town. He owned all the acres between the foothills and the creek out south. Old Temple City was named for him, as a matter of fact.
Is that so?
But the old man's son, Fred, well, he wasn't much good. First thing you know, he'd sold off nearly everything his dad had left him. When Noah took over, he swore he'd get all the Temple property back again. Guess it sort of stuck in his craw that Temple's wasn't the biggest outfit in the valley no more. Doggone that Black Seven.
How's Noah Temple been doing?
Well, first folks didn't take him serious. They thought he was just a talker like his father, but he sure fooled them. The today he's got more acres than his granddaddy ever had. There's only one piece of the original temple setup he ain't been able to buy back. That land of Sarah.
Oh?
Sure was a surprise when Will wouldn't let her sell it. Nobody ever figured he'd stand up to Noah. A man like him.
Was something wrong with him?
7, 8, 9. What's that? Oh, well, you see, Mr. Ponce, Will's a coward. Yes, he is. He's yellow clear through. He won't ever wear a gun. If there's a posse being formed, but he don't go along. And if there's a fight, he lays low. You can call him names, you can insult him. The way Noah Temple did, he just takes it.
Gee, that sure don't sound like him to me.
You know Will, Mr. Ponce?
Used to. A couple of years ago, we worked around up together.
Oh, that must have been before he moved to Temple City.
Yeah, it's down in Texas. Back there, Willie Techman wasn't afraid of nobody or nothing. And for a youngster, he's mighty fancy with a gun.
Techman?
That's right, yeah.
Oh, but that ain't his name, Mr. Ponce. Will's name is Fetter.
Oh?
Yeah, Will Fetter. Oh, no wonder you were surprised about him being yellow. You got the wrong man.
Uh-huh.
Well, they must look alike. This friend of yours and Will Fetter.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I do, yeah. I went upstairs to my room, started to pull my boots off. You know, it's funny. I hadn't been doing anything but sit all day, and my feet hurt worse than I've been walking 20 miles. Oh. I looked out the window. The sun is just about even with the church steeple. So it'd be around 3 o'clock. I had a couple hours before supper, so I let myself down in a bed. Yeah. Well, come on in.
Mr. Ponce?
Oh, excuse me, ma'am. I didn't know it was a lady.
I'm sorry to bother you, Mr. Ponce.
Oh, not at all. I wasn't exactly what you'd call busy. Won't you sit down here?
Thank you.
Here, wait, I'll get those boots out of your way.
Mr. Ponce, I'm Will's wife.
Oh, I'm pleased to meet you, ma'am.
Will told me you were in town today. He saw you. And you saw him, didn't you?
Yes, ma'am. At least I thought I did.
Well, you can't tell anyone he's here, Mr. Ponce.
Oh?
You didn't come to Temple City looking for Will, did you? Will thought maybe that was the reason. We heard about what happened in Prescott last winter when you came across Bar Cleaver.
Yeah, well, you heard wrong, ma'am. I didn't come across Cleaver. He came across me. And as for Will,
He's made a new life here. A good life. If he has to go back to prison...
Prison? Oh.
Well, you knew about the bank robbery in Austin and about him breaking out before... Well, you knew, didn't you?
No, ma'am. Oh, I haven't been back that way since...
Then you wouldn't have told the marshal? But we thought... We were sure. What have I done?
Now, just take it easy, ma'am.
Oh, if I hadn't come to see you, nobody would have known he was Will Techman.
Things have a way of coming out sooner or later. How much longer was Will supposed to serve?
2 years.
Uh-huh. Well, that's not so long when you're young.
We're going to have a baby, Mr. Ponce. But I almost wouldn't want to have him if he was going to grow up knowing his father'd been in prison. Why should Will have to go back? Why?
Well, I guess maybe you'd better ask the judge who sentenced him, ma'am.
What I mean is they say it's so a man will live a decent, respectable life when he comes out. And Will's already living a decent, respectable life. He works hard. He never makes trouble for anybody. He doesn't even wear a gun, and he promised me he never will.
Was that your idea, not wearing a gun?
Before we were married, he told me about the trouble in Austin and how he broke out of prison. I suppose I should have made him go back. But I was so much in love I couldn't. So I asked him to give me his word he'd never use a gun again. Never even carry one.
Well, it must have been kind of hard on a fellow like Will to keep holding himself back that way.
It hasn't been easy. I've heard what men like Noah Temple call him. But Will takes it. He's kept his word.
This fellow Temple, the way he and Will were going at it today, it sounded like they were heading for trouble.
Won't be anything serious. Will just doesn't want us to be pushed off of the ranch. You can't hold that against him.
No, there's not.
Then you won't tell the marshal over in Atterbury? Or anybody?
Well, I don't imagine Marshal Sanders would like me mixing into his business. This is his district. I guess he can take care of it. Anyway, he has so far. But now, look here,
Thank you, Mr. Ponce.
Well,
Thank
now,
you.
now,
And thanks for Will, too.
Well, wait, wait. Well, after all, most of what she said was true. Sending Will back to prison might do more harm than good. And it wasn't up to me to sit judgment on him. I was going to be leaving town up there so anyway, and if anything happened after that, wouldn't be my concern. So, of course, a man does have certain duties even if he's not wearing a badge. A man who spots a wanted criminal, he's supposed to report it. And I always had before. I scraped some of the mud off my boots and washed my face, put on a clean shirt, and went downstairs into the lobby. The clerk was still playing solitaire.
Just beat myself again, Mr. Ponce. If I was playing in the gambling hall, I'd be ahead about $140. Pretty good for one afternoon, eh?
Yeah, real good. About time for supper?
Yeah, go right on in. Molly will fix you up. Got baked ham tonight.
Fine.
Oh, say, Mr. Ponce.
Yeah?
Remember us talking about Will Fetter and him being afraid to carry a gun?
Uh-huh.
Well, the darndest thing just happened. Oh, it wasn't any more than 15 minutes ago. I guess everybody's talking about it. He went into Bradley's mercantile and he bought himself a carbine.
Oh?
Of course, he's just trying to bluff Noah Temple. Folks are giving 10 to 1. Will don't even know how to load a rifle. Where you going, Miss Ponce? Dining room's over there.
I guess maybe I'm not hungry yet. Say, whereabouts is Will's ranch? I think maybe I'll take a little ride. Maybe work up an appetite.
We'll return to James Stewart as the six-shooter in a moment. First, a word from Coleman, America's leader in modern automatic home heating equipment.
When winter comes, does your house shrink like this?
Well, I guess it's time to close off that back room. There's just no way to heat it.
Don't deprive yourself of valuable living space. Get a Coleman automatic heater and enjoy new warmth in the hardest-to-heat room.
Get your Coleman oil or gas heater now during Coleman's big bonus sale. You'll get 3 bonuses.
A new low price.
Yes, now you can get a dependable Coleman oil or gas heater at a new low price.
A new low operating cost.
Coleman saves you up to 25% on heating bills because Coleman gives you maximum heat from your fuel.
And a 32-piece set of Libby safe-edge glassware worth $14. It's free with your new Coleman heater.
Get 3 big bonuses during Coleman's big bonus sale. The sale is for a limited time only, so see your Coleman dealer tomorrow. Look for his name in your telephone directory.
Remember, comfort costs so little with a Coleman.
Now, Act 2 of The Six-Shooter, starring James Stewart as Britt Ponce.
Fetter Ranch was about 2 miles south of town, and from the outside looked neat and comfortable, well kept up. The ground stretching out behind it was good grazing land, though it was worth at least $5 an acre, maybe more. I tied Scar to a cottonwood in the yard and walked up to the door.
About time you got home, Will. That was... Oh, Mr. Ponce.
Evening, ma'am.
Come on in.
Will's not here?
No, he was gone when I came back. He must be out tending the stock.
Uh-huh.
What's wrong, Miss Thompson? You haven't changed your mind, have you?
Where's the Temple Ranch lie from here?
It's all around us. On all four sides of our land.
And Temple's ranch house, where's that?
East. Due east. But what's that got to do with it? What's happened?
Will was in town this evening. He bought a rifle.
I don't believe it. He promised me. You're wrong, Mr. Ponsett. Will isn't gunning for Noah Temple. He's out tending stock. Well, he'll be home any minute. You'll see.
Maybe.
Where are you going?
I hear Temple's got quite an outfit. Worth paying a visit.
You won't find Will there. He gave me his word he'd never use a gun again. You won't find him.
I headed due east for about a quarter of a mile, and when I came to the edge of Will's property, I saw a sorrel tethered to a fence post. Looked like Will had decided to go the rest of the way on foot, so I climbed out of the saddle and looked around. There was a big break in the fence, but the cattle hadn't made it. That barbed wire had been cut. And there were 4 heifers and a couple of steers lying just over the Temple boundary. Well, there just wasn't much question about it. They'd been shot. So I crawled through the opening and went right past a big sign that said, Temple Ranch, trespassers will be shot. I found some footprints. I figured they were Will's. About 30 minutes later, I caught sight of the ranch house. It was built about halfway up the side of a pretty steep hill, big, sprawling building. There was a light inside, and I could just barely make out Noah sitting at a desk working on some papers. But where was Will? He had plenty of time to get here. And I heard a step and swung around. There was one of Temple's hands pacing up and down near the stable alongside the house. The way he was holding the rifle, it looked like an army sentry instead of a cowhand. All of a sudden, he gave a little gasp. I saw a shadow tighten around his throat. The sentry went down, and there was a struggle. Not very noisy, though. Not noisy enough for Temple to hear it. And then everything was quiet. The shadow stood up. It was Will Techman. He was inching his way toward the house, toward the window where Temple was sitting. I came up behind him. I pulled out my gun. He was starting to aim his rifle. Will. Drop it, Will. Yeah.
I might have known you'd turn up.
Give me your rifle, Will.
Could get off a shot.
At me, but not at Temple.
Temple gets our ranch and I go to prison, is that it?
We'll talk all about that as soon as we get back to your place. Now, come on. I carried Will's rifle and led the way. About 20 minutes later, we passed another one of Temple's guards. He was dozing, didn't notice it. Still had a couple of miles to go before we'd reached the fence where we'd left the horses. Will was sort of panting for breath. All right, let's rest a minute.
Okay.
I thought you promised your wife you'd never take up a gun again, Will.
Mr. Ponsett, You see them dead heifers over by the fence?
Yeah?
Had a bout wipes I heard of. I found them. I had to do something. As long as you knew who I was anyway, as long as I was going back to prison, I had to fix it so Sarah wouldn't have the ranch taken away from her.
You wouldn't think a piece of land would be worth everybody getting so excited about.
I've been shoved around, Britt. Ever since I was a kid, I've been shoved around. Even when I held up the Austin Bank, I wasn't the one who...
The one who what?
Nothing. Since I married Sarah, well, I've had to take a lot that other men wouldn't put up with because of her and because of her knowing what I was. This thing with Temple got under my skin. I made up my mind to stand up to him. A man's got to take a stand sometime,
Somewhere. I'm sorry, Will, but... Hey, what's that? Get down, Will.
We've got you dead to rights, fella. Trespassing.
I ain't alone, Temple. Britt Poncett's with me.
Ponset?
That's right, Temple.
I might have known fella wouldn't come along. Well, I guess 4 of us can take care of 2 of you. He won't be much use to you, Ponset. Not enough fight. Okay, boys, move in.
I could see one of his boys firing from behind a tree behind him. So I aimed at his arm. And the bullet hit him on the shoulder and he lurched forward. That meant only 3 of them now, but they were closer. Will still didn't say anything. He was waiting for me to make the next move. I tossed him the rifle.
Thanks, Britt.
He got to his knees and started across a little clearing. He was still all right when he died behind a boulder. I knew where he was heading, too. Noah Temple had been shooting from behind a clump of pines about 50 yards back. For a couple of minutes, I didn't get a chance to watch him. Temple's 2 guards were on either side of me now. Oh, one of them was more than 8-10 feet away. I saw the barrel of his carbine rise up from behind the bush. There's only 1 guard left. About that time, it seemed like he'd had enough. Anyway, I moved across the clearing toward the pine trees where Will had disappeared. Pulled up behind a rock. Well, there was Noah Temple. Crouched down low, his gun ready. A little bit of movement in the brush caught my eye. It was Will. He was right behind Temple. Temple didn't know it. He was looking my way. Will had a perfect shot. I saw Will's finger curl around the trigger. But Will didn't fire. I couldn't figure out what got into him. He didn't fire. And then he threw his rifle to one side and let out a yell.
Temple!
Temple turned and got off a shot. Well, he was surprised he couldn't do much aiming. And then Will was on top of him, twisting the gun out of his hands. And after that, I saw a fight the like of which I'd never seen before in my life. There, Will hit Temple across the face, and he went over backwards. And then Temple kicked, and his foot lifted Will right off the ground. But before Temple could pick himself up, Will was right on top of him again. And Temple tried to reach for his gun, and Will brought his boot right down on Temple's hand. Temple quit reaching. And then Will backed away and let Temple up again. And as soon as Temple was steady again, Will drove his fist right into Temple's stomach. And Temple's hand flew apart, and he was wide open. Will hit him again, and hit him again, and again. And finally, Temple managed to send his fist into Will's face, and Will looked like maybe he was going to go down, but he still had a fight left to land a right that snapped Temple's head right back. And it was Temple that toppled over, and then I knew he wasn't going to get up again, not for quite a while. Feel better, Will? Yeah, lots better. You had your chance to kill him. You had a perfect shot. You didn't have to fight him this way. It's the only way I could fight him, Brett. Huh?
I had him in my sights. Something kept me from pulling the trigger. Maybe you'll think I'm crazy, but I kept remembering what I'd promised Sarah. That I wouldn't use a gun again. I couldn't pull that trigger, Brett. I just couldn't.
Uh-huh. Well, let's see if we can't get Temple here to a doctor. You know, it looks like he needs one. We left Noah with the doc in Temple City, and I started off for Atterbury. I've made up my mind to tell the marshal about Will, all about him. Sarah and Will, they agreed. They think I should, too. But then again, the way I see it right now, The state of Texas is looking for a gun-toting bank robber named Will Peckman, and I just don't think Marshal Sanders would be very much interested in a law-abiding rancher who's called Will Fetter.
I'd like to take a minute here to remind you about some of the great entertainment that's in store for you on NBC Radio. Now, for most of us, Monday evening is a time to relax, sit back, and take it easy. NBC had exactly that in mind when they designed their Monday night of entertainment. You'll want to listen to the delightful music of the Railroad Hour as they resume their fall schedule of popular operettas that have entertained for so many years. Gordon MacRae will be your host and star, and during weeks to come, he'll have many charming guest stars to add to your listening pleasure with their famous voices. And you'll want to relax to the melodies of the Firestone Orchestra and Chorus under the direction of Howard Barlow on The Voice of Firestone. Another great Monday night favorite is the Telephone Hour, with its wonderful program of music directed by Donald Voorhees. Yes, every Monday night, hear these three fine musical programs on NBC Radio. Coleman, America's leader in modern automatic home heating equipment, and the National Broadcasting Company have presented James Stewart as the Six-Shooter. Mr. Stewart may currently be seen in the Universal International picture Thunder Bay. Others in the cast were Michael Ann Barrett, Herb Ellis, Howard McNear, and Will Wright. The Six-Shooter is an NBC Radio Network production in association with Review Productions, and it is based on a character created by Frank Burt. And today's transcribed story was written by him. Special music was by Basil Aslam, and the entire production is under the direction of Jack Johnstone. All characters and incidents were fictitious, and any resemblance to actual characters or incidents is purely coincidental. Hal Gibney speaking.
Coleman also sponsored some other Western shows on NBC. 72 years ago, September 27th, 1953, Jimmy Stewart as the Six-Shooter. On our Sunday program, we'll have comedy. George Burns, Gracie Allen, Bobby Ellis, and the Aldrich Family. Father Knows, and that's from their final season of the show, by the way. Father Knows Best from 1950 and Jack Parr from 1947. Dramas on Monday with episodes of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar in Suspense from 1957, Wanted from 1950, The Whistler from 1948, and The Return of Claudia, 5 days a week on Classic Radio Theater. Westerns again on Tuesday. We'll have another episode of Gunsmoke and Fort Laramie, both from 1956. And then from 1950, episodes of Melody Ranch and Tales of the Texas Rangers. We'll also on Tuesday be releasing a special podcast, The Last Days of Radio, with the final episodes of Suspense and Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar, and an example of what radio would be with Orson Welles in commentary. That would be from the 30th day of September, 1945. On Wednesday, The Shadow, The Adventures of Philip Marlowe, starring Gerald Moore, Herbert Marshall as the man called X, and Lon Clark as Nick Carter, Master Detective. More comedy on Thursday with Fibber and Molly from 1945, The Great Gildersleeve from 1946, Phil Harris from 1953, and Our Miss Brooks from 1949. On Friday, we'll hear The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes with John Stanley and Alfred Shirley from 1948. Lon Clark as Nick Carter, Master Detective. An episode of Counters by Don McLaughlin, Mandel Kramer. And the first episode of Theatre Royal from 1953. And it features Orson Welles in an episode entitled The Queen of Spades. Welles returns on Saturday with an episode of The Lives of Harry Lime from 1951, Jack Webb in Dragnet from 1950, The Big 38, Philo Vance starring Jackson Beck in the Bulletin murder case, and Frontier Gentleman John Dehner in the story of the library. And that's all coming up the days ahead here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Now, in a moment, we will hear from John Dehner as Paladin. And we go to San Francisco for an episode of Have Gun, Will Travel.
Looking for a smarter choice for dental implants? Meet the Contact Dental Implant System from Biotech Dental, trusted by clinicians across Europe and now available in the US. With a single prosthetic connection, streamlined surgical kits, and seamless digital workflows, Contact makes every step easier. It's clinically proven, intuitively designed, and surprisingly affordable. See for yourself why more dentists are switching to Biotech Dental's Contact System. Visit biotechdental.com today to learn more. That's biotechdental.com.
You know, this is still the season for carefree holidays and vacations. But don't be carefree on the highway. With roads jammed with traffic, this is the time to be extra careful when driving. When you plan a trip, be sure to allow plenty of time so that you won't be forced to drive too fast or too long. When you get tired at the wheel, you lose your skill and your judgment. So don't drive too many hours at a stretch. Plan your trip so that you can stop frequently and get plenty of rest. And when you start that trip, resolve that you're going to obey traffic laws and regulations. Don't gamble with safety. Remember, the life you save may be your own.
Now, the only radio show that came from television. And yes, I know we could make a case that My Little Margie came to radio from television. But this is the one that really is standing as the big example because it became fairly successful on radio. John Dehner starring as, because the other one was same actors. Here, instead of Richard Boone as Paladin, you had John Dehner taking the role of Paladin and making it his own. Have Gun, Will Travel, 66 years ago, September 27th, 1959. Like Father.
If you didn't commit this murder, you'll go free. If you did, I'll see that you hang.
Have Gun, Will Travel. Starring Mr. John Dehner as Paladin. San Francisco, 1875. The Carlton Hotel, headquarters of the man called Paladin.
Oh, Miss Paladin.
Well, good morning, Miss Wong.
Miss Paladin, I was just coming to your room. Must see you on matter of great importance.
Well, you look disturbed.
Miss Paladin, you talk to lady for Miss Wong?
Well, what lady?
She very sick and now has great trouble. Could you see her, please? Miss Wong already tell her you will come.
Well, if you think I should.
Oh, very good. Come, please.
But Miss Wong, who is this lady?
She's guest in hotel. Doctor come to her every day. She very sick in bed. Now she very sad. You see. In here, please.
All right.
Mrs. Thomas? Is Mr. Paladin. I told you he would come.
Thank you, dear.
Mr. Paladin. Is Mrs. Thomas.
How do you do? Miss Wong says you'd like to talk to me.
Yes. Won't you have a seat, Mr. Paladin?
Thank you.
Miss Wong must go now.
Miss Wong, I appreciate your bringing Mr. Paladin to see me. Thank you so much.
Oh, Yreka, very welcome. Good morning.
Mr. Paladin, I'm Mrs. Klell Thomas. I've been under a doctor's care here in the hotel for several days. This morning I received this telegram. It explains why I want to see you. You may read it. Here.
I'm holding Klell for murder of Bill Watkins. You should come home as soon as possible. Klell does not know I'm telegraphing you. Signed, Sheriff Miller. Klell, your husband?
Yes. Mr. Paladin, I don't know what this is all about.
And you want me to take you home, is that it?
No, I've been ill and I couldn't possibly travel now. We live in Yreka. I want you to go there for me. I'll pay you $1,000.
$1,000? Why? What can I do?
Prove that my husband didn't commit murder. Will you do it?
What makes you think he didn't, Mrs. Thomas?
A woman knows her husband. Klell is strong, impulsive. But Mr. Paladin, he wouldn't commit murder. A mistake is being made. Please.
All right, I'll do what I can.
Tomorrow's the big day. Yes, tomorrow's CBS Radio's Red Header Day, as the redhead, Arthur Godfrey, returns to lead the parade of merriment and music on Arthur Godfrey Time. Millions who have missed him during his convalescence are invited to tune in tomorrow to welcome him back. But Arthur's not the only reason tomorrow's going to be a big day on CBS Radio. That genial gentleman, Gary Moore, is coming back on CBS Radio with his own brand new daytime show. Starting tomorrow, you can enjoy the unique Gary Moore brand of blandishment 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Arthur Godfrey and Gary Moore join House Party with Art Linkletter, Just Entertainment with Pat Buttram, Funny Side Up with Bert Parks, Hermione Gingold, Kenny Delmar, and Parker Fennelly, and the rest of the CBS Radio best daytimes. Tomorrow's the day Arthur Godfrey returns, and Gary Moore starts his new show. Don't miss them.
Yreka, California was a long ride north from San Francisco, through valleys of golden wheat and tall timothy. I spent half a day in the shadow of Mount Shasta, and then beyond into the mountains, where I finally came to a bustling town of placer miners and leather-tongued bullwhackers. I pulled up at a hitch rail near the jail. Well, we got room for 2 horses here. Go on, get over, boy. Come on.
Hey, Henry.
Come on.
Someone's pushing your horse around.
Move.
Yeah. I see him, Jug. Hey, stranger.
Settle down, boy. Settle down.
Hey, you.
Yeah, I can hear without your hollering, if you're talking to me.
He's a smart aleck kind, ain't he, Henry? Yeah, Jug. I better teach him something. Hey, mister, that's my horse you kicked. That's a boy, Henry.
I didn't kick that horse.
Nobody touches my horse. I'm going to cut you open like a melon.
You've had a little too much to drink, mister. Now put that knife away.
You ain't going to take that, are you, Henry? No, I ain't.
No, listen, I warned you. Keep back.
Why you...
I don't want to hurt you now, son.
Come on. Hurt me? You ain't going to hurt me.
I told you.
Hey, Henry, you ain't getting up.
You're his friend. You better dump him in that horse trough and get him sobered up.
You didn't need to hit him so hard.
He'll be all right.
Hey, what's going on here? Let me through. How time you got here, Sheriff?
What happened?
I'll tell you what happened, Sheriff. Henry's been beat up.
Yeah, I see that.
This man did it.
He came at me with a knife, Sheriff.
Don't listen to him, Sheriff. This stranger rode in, started kicking Henry's horse around, and then he jumped Henry.
Oh, he did he?
Henry was only trying to protect himself.
We don't cotton with troublemakers in this town, mister. What brings you here, anyway?
I didn't start the trouble. I came here to see a man named Klell Thomas.
You'll see him real soon, like. He's in the same cell that you're going to. I'm arresting you for assault and battery.
On whose complaint?
Right now, my own. And Henry Thomas is there when he wakes up.
Thomas? Is he any relation to Klell Thomas?
Yeah, his son. Now start walking. What's your name, mister?
Paladin.
Now, in here. You can hand over that gun, Paladin. It'll be real safe with me till you get out of jail.
I guess I have no choice. Here. You say I'd be in the same cell as Mr. Thomas?
That's right. I'm making it real convenient for you to talk to him. Brought you some company, Klell. Now you'll have someone to swear at besides me.
Fine.
Come on, get in there.
Jeb, what's the doctor say about Judge Baker?
Says he's well enough to hold a bail hearing.
Oh, it's about time. I've been waiting a week. When is it?
This afternoon, out to Judge's ranch. Doc won't let him come to town.
Does the judge know I want the city council sitting as grand jury?
He knows. He'll be there.
Then it ought to come off just fine.
Klell, this man I've arrested is named Paladin. Said he wants to talk to you.
Yeah? What about?
Your wife sent me.
Mary? Where'd you see Mary?
San Francisco.
How is she?
She's better, but she won't be able to travel for a few days.
Oh. Well, there's one consolation. All this will be over with before she knows about it.
She knows about it now.
She does? How?
Well, someone sent her a telegram.
Klell, maybe I better get this man out of here.
Shut up, Jeb. Who sent her a telegram, Paladin?
She didn't tell me who it was.
Why did she send you?
She wants me to prove that you didn't commit murder.
Jeb, why'd you arrest this man?
He beat up on Henry.
Henry? Is he all right?
He's all right, Klell. Don't worry.
Mister, you stay away from my son. If you don't, you'll have to answer to me.
And you better teach him some manners.
Jeb, I want this man out of here.
Sure, Klell. I'll turn him loose if you say so.
And you, Paladin. I want you out of town in an hour.
Look, your wife has hired me to come here, and I won't leave until my job is finished.
My wife doesn't run my affairs, Paladin. I do. And I don't need you or anybody else to keep me from the short end of a rope. I'll get out of this in my own way.
Winston tastes good like a cigarette should because
there's filter blend up front ahead of the filter, and the flavor you get in a Winston cigarette comes from filter blend. Filter blend means fine tobacco, filter blend up front, and the flavor you get in a Winston cigarette comes from filter blend.
Filter blend is a mighty good reason for you to smoke Winston, because it means tobacco's specially processed for filter smoking, a Winston secret. You get Winston's own pure white, modern filter, plus the rich, delightful flavor of fine tobacco.
There's filter blend up front ahead of the filter, and the fun you get in a Winston cigarette comes from filter blend, and makes Winston taste good like a cigarette should. Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
Sheriff Miller was more than willing to go along with Klell's demand, so I was released from jail. I hadn't learned very much about the murder charge placed against Klell Thomas, but I knew the local saloon would be a good place to hear the latest gossip. As it turned out, the saloon was owned by a girl named Sally Morgan, an old friend of mine from San Francisco. She had owned a place on the Barbary Coast until the politicians decided they'd help her spend the profits. So she just closed up and dropped out of sight. It was good to see her, and we talked over a cool pitcher of lager beer.
So Klell threw you out of jail.
Yeah. Sheriff Miller doesn't seem to have much to say when it comes to Klell's demands.
Well, they're good friends. Klell's a big, important man in this town. He gets whatever he wants.
Oh, does that mean he wants to be in jail?
I think he does. Too many people are against him since they think he killed Bill Watkins. He'll get out on bail as soon as they have a hearing. In the meantime, it looks good, like Sheriff Miller is doing his duty. You know, you're lucky Klell wanted you out of jail, especially after you tangled with Henry.
Yeah, what's the matter with that boy?
Well, he tries to be like his father, but he can't bring it off. Henry's a weakling. Klell sticks up for him no matter what. I fixed Henry, though.
How?
Well, one thing Klell doesn't hold with is gambling. Henry owed me a heap of losses. So I threatened to tell his dad if he didn't pay up.
Oh, did he ever pay?
Oh, he sure did.
Yeah?
3 days ago. $3,500.
35.
Yep.
Does the boy have that kind of money?
No, but Klell's got plenty. Henry probably cooked up some story.
Tell me about the murder, Sally.
Well, next to Klell, Bill Watkins was the biggest cattleman around here. Last week, he and Klell got into an argument over a broken fence between their spreads and almost shot each other on the spot. Next day, Watkins was found in his house, shot in the back. People figure Klell took care of Watkins the easy way. They'd had trouble before.
Do you think Klell did it?
Well, I never thought he'd shoot anybody in the back, but everybody says he must have. That day, somebody saw his horse tied up outside of Watkins' house. Well, how long are you going to be in town, Paladin?
Oh, I don't know. Klell's wife hired me to prove he didn't commit murder. Oh, I'll stay until I find out who did.
You know, Paladin, one thing I can't figure out is why Klell doesn't want you to help clear him.
Yeah, I can't either, unless he... Sally, you said Mr. Watkins was shot in his home.
That's right.
Is anyone there now?
No. He lived alone since his wife died. Why?
I'd like to have a look around the house.
Well, it's locked up. Sheriff Miller has the keys, but I bet he'd take you out there if I were to ask him to.
Would you mind?
Not for an old friend like you, Paladin.
Here we are. Now remember, Paladin, I ain't doing this for you. It's for Sally, and also for Mrs. Thomas. She's a fine woman.
I'm sure she is.
And Klell now, he's one of my best friends, no matter what he done. He wouldn't like me showing you around here, though.
Sheriff, where was Watkins killed?
This very room. I found him lying face down in front of the fireplace here. I figure he was reaching for his rifle when he was shot.
I see. Where does this door lead to?
Closet. What are you doing that for? Ain't nothing in there.
No.
What are you hoping to find, Paladin?
I'm not sure.
And you won't find nothing. I looked this place over real good.
Maybe not. And what's this?
Just a loose floorboard. That don't mean nothing, does it?
Maybe not.
Say, how come there ain't dirt under there?
Look here.
Well, I'll be. A cedar wood platform built under that floor. You think it's got something to do with the killing, Paladin?
Sheriff, did Mr. Watkins bank his money in Yreka?
Well, I wouldn't know about that. You're thinking he kept it here and somebody stole it from him?
Could be. Come on, let's get back to town. At the bank, I learned that Mr. Watkins was considered something of a miser. He would make deposits of nearly $10,000 twice a year. When he was killed, he hadn't been in for 5 months. I went to the jail and found that the sheriff had taken Klell out to Judge Baker's ranch for the bail hearing. By the time I got there, it was almost dark and the hearing was over. The ailing judge was in his study, lying on the couch, resting from the strain of the proceedings.
Sit down, Paladin.
Thank you, sir.
Klell's gone back to town to celebrate. Jury let him out on bail.
Yeah, I figured they would.
Yeah, what's your business, Paladin?
Judge, do you think Klell Thomas would steal?
No, he wouldn't do that. Why would he? He's got as much money as any man needs. Klell wouldn't steal. But I do think he's capable of murder.
Well, I have reason to believe this was a killing for money.
Oh, yeah, what makes you think so?
I found where Mr. Watkins had hidden a large sum of money. It was gone.
You know, what's going on outside?
I'll see. 2 men are herding cattle into your pasture.
Well, why? I didn't order that done.
Hey, Judge, that's a stampede.
Well, how can it be? Cattle don't stampede in their own background.
They're out of control.
Those are gunshots. What's going on out there?
I don't know, Judge, but I'll find out for you. Outside, I mounted my horse and raced down to the pasture. But before I could help, one of the men did a foolish thing. He went to the point of the herd and tried to stop them. His horse tripped and he went down. I managed to get my horse into position to prevent some of the herd from passing over him. It was then I realized that the man on the ground was Henry Thomas. The best I could do was make him comfortable. His friend Jug came up and stood nearby.
Is he hurt bad?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Is he going to die?
Henry. Henry.
You're Paladin. You're a friend of Ma's, ain't you?
Yes.
I'm dying, ain't I?
Now, you just rest easy.
Tell Ma I'm sorry. Paladin,
Yes.
don't let him hang Pa. It was me. I killed Watkins. I needed the money. You still there?
I'm here, Henry.
I can't see you no more. I can't see nothing.
Is he dead?
He's dead. Jug, this herd of cattle, why were you bringing them here?
It was a bribe. 50 head. His old man told Henry to do it.
So that was his way to influence the judge at the murder trial.
Judge didn't know about it.
Jug, you heard what Henry said before he died.
Yeah.
If you had to testify in court, what would you say?
I guess I'd have to tell it the way I heard it.
Will you just be sure you remember that? All right, here, give me a hand. I better take Henry back to his father. Ooh, no.
Have a good time, folks. The drinks are on me. Good night. See you tomorrow.
Klell.
Paladin. I thought I told
Klell. It's Henry.
you. What about Henry? Told you to stay away from him.
That's Henry across my horse.
What?
He's dead.
Paladin, I'll kill you.
You listen to me, Klell.
I'll kill you with my bare hands.
Klell, stop.
The only boy I got, and you killed him.
I didn't, Klell. I warned you.
Let me go.
Klell, you listen to me. You killed Henry.
What?
If anybody killed him, you did. The cattle you were sending to Judge Baker stampeded. Henry tried to stop them.
No, Paladin. Don't say that. Don't say it.
You knew he killed Watkins.
Oh, it had to be him. He took my horse that day. I was trying to help him, protect him. It's what a father's for.
Is it?
I was going to let people think I did it. They'd never have convicted me.
Maybe not. Klell, I'll help you with your boy.
No. I'll take care of him. I'll take care of Henry.
Oh, Mr. Paladin.
Oh, hello, hey boy.
Did you tell Missy Thomas?
Yes, I told her.
Yes, she very sad now.
Yes, she is. I'm afraid that I had to leave when she started to cry. Miss Wong is with her now.
Oh, yes, Miss Wong will be very understanding. You have dinner yet?
No, I thought I'd go for a walk first.
Will you please to follow Hey Boy?
Hey boy, I'd...
Please?
All right. My own room?
Please to enter.
All right.
Mr. Paladin's dinner all prepared. Much better here.
Why, hey boy, what a surprise. Did you go to all this trouble?
Oh, not much trouble. Chef cook your favorite dinner for me. Crab meat souffle, poulet à la Dennis.
What?
Poulet à la Dennis.
Oh. Hey boy, you won't believe this. But all the way back, this is the very meal I dreamed about. The very meal.
Oh, he's a Hey Boy, no. Hey Boy believe.
Mr. Paladin, sit down now, have dinner?
Yes, hey boy.
Eh? Yeah, hey boy know how to take care of you.
Have Gun, Will Travel. Created by Herb Meadow and Sam Rolfe, is produced and directed in Hollywood by Frank Paris and stars John Dehner as Paladin, with Ben Wright as Hey Boy and Virginia Gregg as Miss Wong. Tonight's story was specially written for Have Gun, Will Travel by Tom Hanley. Featured in the cast were Ann Morrison, Shirley Mitchell, Ralph Moody, Sam Edwards, Paul Dubov, and Jack Moyles. This is Hugh Douglas, inviting you to join us again next week when CBS Radio presents Have Gun, Will Travel.
And unlike the television version of Paladin, the show did have a wrap-up on radio. When the show came to an end, Paladin left San Francisco to go back to Boston and claim an inheritance. John Dehner, Have Gun, Will Travel, 66 years ago, September 27th, 1959, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. To support the podcast, go to our webpage, classicradio.stream. Up next, we head north. Paul Sutton as Sergeant Preston in The Challenge of the Yukon.
A person-to-person expression of international goodwill. That's the way many prominent people, including President Truman and General Eisenhower, have described CARE, the agency that sends needed food packages overseas. CARE offers food and clothing packages which provide more per dollar than individuals can send any other way. Each food package is designed to supplement the rations of a family of 4 for 1 month. Orders placed in the United States are air-mailed to designated countries, and deliveries are made from local CARE warehouses. If you'd like to order a CARE package, just send $10 to CARE, New York. Give your name and address and specify to whom you're sending the package. On delivery, you receive a signed receipt.
And you can make that impression today and that expression by going to care.org. That is care.org. Now we head north. 74 years ago, September 27th, 1951, Paul Sutton as Sergeant Preston of the Yukon in The Challenge of the Yukon.
Now, as howling winds echo across the snow-covered reaches of the wild Northwest, the Quaker Oats Company, makers of Quaker Puff Wheat and Quaker Puff Rice, the delicious cereal shot from guns, in cooperation with the Mutual Broadcasting System, presents by special recording Sergeant Preston of the Yukon. It's Yukon King, swiftest and strongest lead dog of the Northwest. breaking the trail for Sergeant Preston of the Northwest Mounted Police in his relentless pursuit of lawbreakers. And bang! On you, Husky! Gold discovered in the Yukon. A stampede to the Klondike in the wild race for riches. Back to the days of the gold rush. And the adventures of Sergeant Preston and his wonder dog, Yukon King, as they meet the challenge of the Yukon. Our adventure will begin in just a moment. Some girls are content to follow the leader. Some girls want to be the leader. That's why more and more bright young women today are turning to nursing for a career. For professional nursing offers unlimited opportunity for women. And the need in top-level supervisory and teaching positions is great. If you're a high school graduate or college student between 18 and 35, and if you can qualify, a full, fascinating career in nursing awaits you. Choose your own specialty from hospital staff research, nursing education, and many others. The field is fertile with opportunity for women with imagination and initiative. Perhaps you can qualify for a life of leadership, service, and, of course, security. Learn more about the exciting opportunities now open in nursing. Write to Nursing Careers in care of your postmaster or inquire at your nearest school of nursing. This message is brought to you as a public service.
John Markham was a prosperous and successful banker in the city of Seattle. The elderly man knew that after the death of her father, Margie Winton would need help. Though there were many demands on his time, he left the bank to call on the bereaved girl to offer sympathy and assistance.
Mr. Markham, I'm so glad to see you. I wanted to thank you for taking over and handling the funeral arrangements.
No, Margie. There's no need to thank me. Your dad was my friend.
Yes, I know.
He was a fine man. His only fault was that he was just too stubborn to take advice.
About money?
Yes. I remember pleading with him several times to let me invest some money for him.
I know how Dad was about money, Mr. Markham. It just didn't seem to mean anything to him.
I came here, my dear, to tell you that if there's anything I can do to help you settle your dad's affairs and make plans for a future...
I've been thinking about that, Mr. Markham. Before he died, Dad told me to go to my Uncle Ben. Dad said that Uncle Ben would take care of me.
Oh, yes. Ben went to the Yukon.
Dad grub staked him. Uncle Ben struck it rich a short time ago, and he wrote Dad to tell him that he was giving him half interest in his claim.
Your dad does have a small balance at the bank. There's enough there to buy the clothing you'll need. I'll take care of whatever arrangements are necessary and telegraph the mounted police to meet you in Dawson. Now, don't worry about a thing, Margie. Everything is going to work out just as your dad would have wanted it.
2 weeks later, Margie Winton sailed from Seattle in the care of Captain Winker. The trip was a long and uneventful one. Margie spent most of her time in the pilot house talking to the kindly captain in whose care she was traveling. Captain Winker knew of her father's death, and he did his best to help her forget her grief by telling her of his adventures as a sailor.
And that was how I came to sail home from the China Sea.
Well, that's quite a story, Captain. But tell me, have you ever been to Cameron Creek in the Yukon?
Cameron Creek? Why, lass, that's inland.
Yes, I know. That's where my Uncle Ben has his claim.
I've never been there, Margie.
I wish you could tell me something about it.
You're thinking maybe you won't like it there?
Oh, no, it isn't that. But you see, I don't really know my Uncle Ben. Perhaps he won't be happy about me going to Cameron Creek.
You'll put that thought right out of your pretty head. You'll be welcome, no doubt of it.
When the steamship arrived in Dawson, Sergeant Preston and Yukon King were waiting to board it. The Mountie found it difficult to shoulder his way through the good-natured crowd that had assembled at the dock.
Let me through, please.
Sure thing.
I'd like to board that ship. Coming through, please. Thank you.
Hi there, Sergeant. Coming aboard?
Yes, I'd like to see your skipper.
Captain Winker's at the rail calling.
Oh, yes, I see. Come on, King. Captain Winker.
Preston and King.
How are you?
Me, I'm fit as a new rig yawl. I'm glad to see you. You're looking fine. And King. Hello there, you four-legged typhoon. Well,
like the winter's done you good. Your fur's as handsome as the new mainsail.
You spoiled King with such flattery.
Well, seriously, Preston, I'm glad to see you. How are things going in the Yukon?
Oh, we managed to keep busy.
You're going to be busier when the landlubbers I've just landed get into circulation. They're a bad lot.
Do you have a passenger named Margie Winton?
That I do. She's below deck in her cabin. Hey, how do you know about her?
The inspector received a telegram from the bank in Seattle asking us to meet the girl and see that she reaches an uncle who lives at Cameron Creek.
Yeah, it was the banker who brought her to the boat. The girl's father died and left just about enough to pay her passage. Come along, I'll take you to the cabin.
All right. Come on, King.
Do you know Ben Winton?
The girl's uncle? No.
Do you know the Cameron Creek area where he lives?
No, I don't, but Constable Blake's been there. He made a map for me.
Careful stepping through the hatch. Cabin's below.
The uncle has a gold claim. Supposed to be fairly well off.
I'm glad to hear that. Will you travel by sled?
Yes, Captain.
Here we are. Miss Winton, it's Captain Winker.
Yes, Captain? Oh, what a beautiful
Miss
dog.
Margie. Miss Margie, this is Sergeant Preston. Sergeant, Miss Margie Winton.
Oh, how do you do?
How do you do, Sergeant?
What's the matter, Sergeant?
Well, I understood that the girl was young.
Sergeant, do you think 20 is terribly old?
Oh, why, no, not at all. I mean, I had the impression you were a child.
Sergeant Preston is to see that you reach your uncle safe and sound.
How nice. I couldn't help wondering who would be meeting you. Is this your dog?
Yes, his name's King.
Oh, how friendly he is. Do you know my Uncle Ben, Sergeant?
No, I don't.
Neither do I. I mean, I've never seen a picture of him. You see, he was always traveling, but he never came to Seattle where we live. A few years ago, he wanted to come here to search for gold, but he had no money. Started grub station. When Uncle Ben found gold, he wrote and said half of it belonged to Dad.
And now, since your pa died, it's yours, huh?
Yes. Oh, I'm so anxious to meet Uncle Ben. How soon can we start, Sergeant?
Well, you'll need clothing for the trail.
Oh, I have everything. Parka, mittens, mucklucks.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll go ashore and line up the team. I'll call for you in 30 minutes.
We'll continue our adventure in just a moment. Say, kids, how about you and your whole family going to the baseball game? You'll have the time of your lives. Seeing those smashing home runs, watching exciting double plays and strikeouts, eating peanuts and Cracker Jack. Why not go this very week? Come out to the ball game as guest of a major or minor league team. Yep, admission is absolutely free if you are 12 years or younger and bring mom or dad or another paying adult. And you can get your free ticket immediately. No mailing, no waiting. Free baseball tickets are right inside packages of Quaker Popped wheat, Quaker Popped rice, and Muffet shredded wheat. In Quaker Pack 10, you get 2 free tickets. Names of the teams and dates of the games are on every ticket. Remember, the more packages of these delicious Quaker cereals Mom gets, the more free baseball tickets you get. So tell Mom you want to eat lots of Quaker Popped wheat or Popped rice, Muffet shredded wheat or Quaker Pack 10. And just think of the fun you'll have at the ball game, seeing real star players in person and cheering for home runs.
Now to continue. Cameron Creek was a fast-flowing stream of turbulent water that never froze. It raced along the center of a wide canyon in a desolate part of the Yukon. On the rim of the canyon, Ben Winton was at work on a strange-looking contrivance. It was a metal cylinder about a foot in diameter, supported on a frame of heavy timbers. A rope wound around the drum and then extended over the edge of the canyon and down to the bank of the creek 50 feet below. Ben, absorbed in his work, didn't notice a powerfully built man who approached.
That should loosen it. Hello there. Oh, howdy, stranger. I didn't hear you coming. It took me somewhat by surprise.
I'm sorry if I troubled you.
That's all right. I'm glad to see you human. It's mighty lonesome around here. You're traveling light.
Well, I had bad luck. My dog team was caught in a snow slide and swept into a ravine. I lost my dogs, my sled, and all my gear.
That sure was bad luck. You hungry?
I could do with some grub. I haven't eaten since yesterday.
You've come to the right place. I'm just the man to fill you up.
Right.
My name's Winton, Ben Winton.
Well, I'm glad to know you, Winton. Call me Myrtle.
Right. Just stick around a couple of minutes while I finish working this winch. Then we'll go inside. I'll scrub a few layers of grease off my hands and lay out a meal.
So that looks like a sort of a hoist.
That's just what it is. I rigged it up myself. I got this metal drum in Dawson. It came from an old ship.
Oh?
It was used to wind up the anchor chain.
I see.
I've been trying to fix it so it would work easier. I'll show you how it operates. I'd take a hold of this crank and turn. So. You see how the rope's winding up?
Yeah.
Needs more grease.
The rope goes to the floor of the canyon, huh?
Yep.
What's on the end?
Big bucket. There. Now I'll try again.
Now it seems to work without squeaking.
It works fine now.
You haul water from below, is that it?
Water? Not in your life. I haul gold ore.
Gold ore?
Just so. You'll see in a minute. I filled the bucket a little while ago.
Where does the ore come from?
My claim. The richest ore I ever saw.
Where is your claim?
Down below. There's a tunnel into the canyon wall. I found the tunnel a few years ago and used it for shelter during a storm. I started poking at the walls and found gold ore.
Did you file your claim?
Yep, I took care of that when I saw what the ore assayed. Well, when we get to the cabin, I'll show you how I refine the ore and get the gold out. One of these days, I'll have enough to go to Dawson and buy some real machinery.
How do you get below?
There's a path over yonder, 100 yards or so beyond the house. Over there, the canyon wall is slanting instead of straight down. The path's all right, unless you're carrying 100 pounds of ore. Then it's mighty tough climbing. There. There's the bucket right at the rim. I fasten the winch by dropping this lever into the cogwheel.
Well, that's a clever hoist you've rigged up.
It works first rate. You see, I go below, fill the bucket, then come here and hoist her up. I'll lift the bucket over the rim and unhook the rope and tote it to the house.
Huh? Oh, yeah, fine.
If you want a job, I could use some help around here.
Well, thank you.
As Merkel watched Ben Winton kneel at the edge of the canyon to reach for the heavy ore-filled bucket, his brain was suddenly inflamed by greed. Gold was his for the taking. It might be months, perhaps a year, before anyone learned of Ben Winton's death. By that time, Merkel could be in the States, a wealthy man. Acting on sudden impulse, he stepped forward, placed a hand on Ben's back, and shouted, "Hey, stop!" Merkel hurried to the house and made himself at home. In the shed, he found partially refined gold in a leather pouch, a simple homemade refinery, and a supply of ore. He found an ample supply of food and made a meal. Then he went through Ben Winton's letters and papers and learned much about the dead man's background. Finally, he took a coat from a peg in the wall and tried it on.
It's first rate. I can even use his clothes. Now I'll find that path and go below. It's probably somewhere in the tunnel that had the body. Someone coming.
Merkel stood at the open door, frowning darkly as he watched an approaching sled drawn by a strong dog team. He saw a girl on the sled and a Mountie traveling behind him.
Oh, the confounded look.
The girl on the sled waved one hand. Merkel responded half-heartedly.
Hello.
Hello, Uncle Ben. I'm Margie.
Quiet down, boys. Quiet. You say you're Margie?
Yes. Oh, surprise.
You are Ben Winton, Marshal?
Huh? Oh, yeah, sure I am.
Uncle Ben, this is Sergeant Preston. He was kind enough to bring me from Dawson.
Glad to know you, Ben.
And this is his lead dog, Yukon King. King, will you shake hands with Uncle Ben?
Ready, King.
Don't be afraid of King, Uncle Ben. He's very gentle.
He doesn't look gentle to me.
If you'll go inside, Miss Winton, I'll join you as soon as I've taken care of the dog.
All right. You are going to ask us in, aren't you, Uncle Ben?
Huh? Oh, yeah? Yeah, sure thing. Step inside.
I don't wonder you're surprised, Uncle Ben. Funny, isn't it? We're close relations, yet we're total strangers. Am I anything like you expected?
Well, so it is.
I thought you'd resemble Dad, but you don't, not a bit. Uncle Ben, I have bad news. Father passed away 3 months ago.
Your father died? My brother Bill?
Yes, it was unexpected.
Well, I'm mighty sorry to hear that. I never looked for Bill to die. The fact is, I was reading his last letter over again just a little while ago. He didn't say he was ailing.
Poor Dad. He did so want to come here and work the claim with you.
To work the claim with me?
Well, yes. In your last letter a long time ago, you told us finding gold. You reminded Dad that half the claim was his for grub staking. You and asked us to come up here.
Oh, yes, that's so.
Why, don't you remember?
Sure, now I remember.
After the funeral, I talked to Mr. Markham. He's the banker in Seattle. He suggested that I come here and find out just what the claim amounts to.
Well, I'll tell you, Margie, it's somewhat disappointing. It's not what I thought it would be.
Oh, that's too bad.
Stay there, King. You two have become acquainted?
We're making progress, Sergeant Preston.
Winton, isn't this your hammer?
Why, yes.
Also this can of grease. I found them both beside your hoist.
Well, I forgot them. I was working on the hoist.
Your work seems to have been interrupted.
Why do you say that?
Footprints in the snow? They lead from the trail to the vicinity of the hoist where the snow's packed down. I looked over the edge of the canyon, Winton.
Sergeant Preston, is something wrong?
I'm sure your uncle has something to tell me.
What's the matter? Why are you so tense?
Margie, when Sergeant Preston looked over the edge of the canyon, he saw a dead man. It was an accident, Sergeant Preston. I meant to tell you what happened as soon as I had the chance.
Tell me now.
Well, I was working on the hoist. I didn't see the man until he was right up close. He introduced himself and started talking. He seemed real friendly.
His name?
He called himself Merkel.
Huh? Go on.
He'd heard about my claim and was asking for work. Meanwhile, I hauled up a bucket of ore.
I saw that at the edge of the cliff.
Yeah, it's still there. Well, I went to reach for it to lift it to solid ground when this Merkel came rushing at me.
Merkel?
There was a wild look in his eye, the look of a killer. I only had a split-second glance, but I'll never forget that look as long as I live. I saw him just in time to drop flat on my face and hug the ground. Well, he missed me and went over the edge.
The murderer. He deserved to die.
I'm telling you, I was mighty scared. I was shaking like a leaf. I came here to the house to sort of get a hold of myself.
You didn't go below to make sure the man was beyond help?
I didn't need to, Sergeant Preston. It's rock down there. I could see by looking down that the man was dead. I intended to get down later, but you and Margie came along.
How do you get below?
There's a path a couple of 100 yards north of the house.
They must bring up the body.
We'll have to use the hoist.
I'll lower the bucket and go down the trail and fasten the rope around the dead man. When I return, we'll hoist him up.
Sergeant Preston, I never laid a hand on that man. It's just like I told you.
Sergeant believes it, don't you, Sergeant?
So far, there's no reason to doubt the story.
Don't worry, Uncle Bennett.
Come on, Jim. We have work to do.
Sergeant Preston went first to the homemade winch and lowered the bucket. Then he followed a path of hard-packed snow along the canyon rim until he reached the place where it was possible to descend. With King at his heels, he moved along the bank of the stream to Winton's tunnel. There was no doubt that the man who lay on the rocks near the tunnel's mouth was dead.
I'll remove the bucket, King, and we'll tie the end of the rope around the body.
The Mountie was about to untie the rope when he noticed the dead man's outflung hand, which lay palm up. The fingers were black with fresh grease.
Strange.
He looked at the other hand. It, too, gave evidence of having worked on machinery. Both hands were hard and callous.
The hands of a man who uses a pick and shovel. A laboring man.
Preston thought for a moment. Then he stood back and studied the man's face from several angles.
The nose and forehead are very similar to Margie's.
And then he realized the truth.
King, this was no accident. This was murder. This man is Winton.
We'll continue our adventure in just a moment.
It's a hit! There it goes into the right field stands. It's a homer!
Oh, boy, kids, what fun it is at the ballpark. Come on out to the game. Come now as guest of a major or minor league team. It's your chance to get free baseball tickets. If you are 12 years or younger, you can see a major or minor league baseball game free with a paying adult like Mom or Dad. Bring the whole family and make a big day of it. This very day, or first thing tomorrow morning, you can get a free baseball ticket. No mailing, no waiting. It's right inside a package of Quaker Puffed wheat or Quaker Puffed rice or Muffet shredded wheat. Or buy Quaker Pack-O 10 and get 2 free baseball tickets. Names of teams and dates are on every ticket. Hurry to get your free baseball ticket in the special package of Quaker Puffed wheat or rice, Muffet shredded wheat, or Quaker Pack-O 10.
Now to continue. After Sergeant Preston left the cabin, the man who called himself Ben Winton was increasingly uneasy. He watched through a small window when the Mountie moved along the canyon rim and started the descent. And then for some time he paced the floor. His replies to Margie's questions were vague. Finally, the girl said,
Uncle Ben, is there any reason for you to be so worried?
That Mountie.
He won't blame you for the death of that man Merkel. Even if you'd shot him, it'd have been justified. It would have been self-defense.
He'll learn the truth. He's bound to. They'll let footprints in the snow. He'll know they're mine. Furthermore, he'll see a family resemblance. He'll probably see it was a dead man who was working the winch. You may as well know the truth. I'm not your uncle. My name is Merkel.
Oh, no.
It's your uncle down there on the canyon floor.
Then you killed him.
Panic filled the girl's heart. For a moment, she could only stare incredulously at the man who had moved close to the chair in which she sat.
I killed him, yeah. Been trying to figure a way out, a way to save my neck without killing you and Preston. But there is no way.
Oh, you wouldn't kill him.
They can only hang me once.
Oh, no.
Margie, staring at the distorted, hate-filled face of the killer, saw Merkel's hands reach toward her throat.
Oh.
Then everything went black. She slumped to the chair, unconscious.
Well, that makes it easier. I hate to do it, but it's my life or hers and Preston.
Just then, Merkel saw Sergeant Preston pass the window.
Confound him. He's back too soon. I'll have to take care of him and then the girl.
The killer leaped back from the chair and grabbed a stick of firewood. Holding it as a club, he took a position close to the door. Preston's hand was on the latch outside. Merkel raised the club. Sergeant Preston had returned to the cabin with the knowledge that the man inside was not Ben Winton. He knew that Winton lay dead on the floor of the canyon and had reason to suppose he had been murdered. King was at the Mountie's side when Preston gripped the doorknob.
Quiet, King.
The great dog sensed that danger was close at hand. But Preston had no way of knowing that Merkel was waiting just inside the door with an upraised club.
I'll see what that man has to say for himself.
Preston pushed the door and took one step. And then the club descended.
That'll hold you.
King leaped at Sergeant Preston. Merkel tried to swing the club again, but King was much too fast. The huge dog closed his jaws on Merkel's arm. The club fell to the floor. Merkel reached with his free hand for King's throat. King shook free and tightened his grip on the man's arm. Merkel stumbled against the table. The table spilled, and then both man and dog went down. Merkel was fighting for his life. He tried to gain his feet, to reach a knife on a nearby chair, but King was aroused as he'd never been before. He had never known such hate as that he felt for the man who had clubbed his master. There was no familiar voice to order down King. King wanted to bring all the pressure of his mighty jaws to bear on Merkel's arm. He wanted to bring his fangs together and then move his attack to a more vital place. But training conquered instinct. King had been taught to attack, to hold, but not to kill. Meanwhile, Sergeant Preston's eyelids fluttered. His hat had taken some of the force from Merkel's blow. He was at first only vaguely conscious of the wild struggles close at hand. Then his brain cleared. He saw King struggling with Merkel. Inch by inch, Merkel squirmed nearer to the knife. He reached up with his free hand. He gripped the weapon. He was turning it toward King when Margie opened her eyes and screamed. And then Sergeant Preston fired from the hip.
All right, King. Down, boy. I'll take over.
King's heart thrilled to the sound of that voice. His partner was alive.
You smashed it, man.
Stay where you are.
Sergeant, he killed my uncle. He's going to kill both you and me. I must have fainted.
Steady, Margie. You're all right now.
Oh, that thief, that murderer.
Well, dress his wounds and take him into Dawson. After I've returned for your uncle's body, I'll take you to the inspector. He'll help you make plans to sell or work this gold mine. Chin up now, Margie. Much to be done.
I'll be all right.
Good girl. All right, King. I'll take care of the prisoner. Just a few details, and then we'll say this case is closed.
Sergeant Preston will return in just a moment with a word about our next exciting adventure.
The hills and canyons of the Old West echo the exploits of one of the truly great trailblazers of the mid-19th century, the daring and fearless Wild Bill Hickok. Back in the days when the West was young and ruthlessness was at the end of a six-shooter, Wild Bill began his career as an Indian scout. Later, he became a stage driver along the Santa Fe and Oregon Trail and was known as the greatest marksman of all. During the life of this famous Westerner, as a sharpshooting U.S. Marshal, we find spine-tingling adventure in the best tradition of the Old West. For when Wild Bill rides, excitement and suspense ride with him. So get ready for action to live again through the historic era of two-gun justice. You can thrill to the colorful adventures of Wild Bill Hickok every Sunday with screen star Guy Madison as Wild Bill and Andy Devine as his Deputy Jingles on Mutual over most of these stations.
As the sergeant drove into the Eskimo village, the chief hurried to meet him.
Sergeant, white men come here. Steal all meat Eskimo have.
White men? You're 500 miles from the nearest settlement.
Them come from whaler caught in ice.
Huh?
Maybe men on ship starve, but now Eskimo starve. Now Eskimo must fight.
Not yet, Angatak. Let me have a chance to talk to the men on the whaler.
To preserve law and order in the frozen wastes beyond the Arctic Circle, where food is more precious than gold, and men are ready to kill to get it. That is the task the sergeant faces. Don't miss this next exciting adventure.
These Sergeant Preston of the Yukon Adventures are brought to you every Monday through Friday at this time by the Quaker Oats Company, makers of Quaker Puffed Wheat and Quaker Puffed Rice, the delicious cereals shot from guns. By special recording in cooperation with the Mutual Broadcasting System. They are a copyrighted feature of Sergeant Preston of the Yukon Incorporated. Created by George W. Trendle, produced by Trendle Campbell Mule Incorporated, and directed by Fred Flowerday. The part of Sergeant Preston is played by Paul Sutton. This is J. Michael wishing you goodbye, good luck, and good health from Quaker Puffed Wheat and Quaker Puffed Rice. So long. This is Mutual, Radio Network for all America.
74 years ago, September 27th, 1951, the Challenge of the Yukon. We'll wrap up today's podcast by going to 79 Wistful Vista next.
How many people are there in a crowd of 10 million? Do you have any picture in your mind, or is that figure too overwhelming? Well, 10 million is more people than there are in Chicago, Philadelphia, and Los Angeles combined. And that's how many men, women, and children in our country are suffering from some form of mental illness. Yes, 10 million. Among that 10 million, maybe there's someone you know, a neighbor, friend, or a relative. So you see, mental illness is a problem that concerns us all. And that's why we are all being asked to give to our local mental health campaign to fight mental illness. The best weapon is research. Research to find out how to prevent mental illness. Your doctors can be helped by your dollars. They can learn enough to really lick this number one problem, mental illness. The victims of mental illness need your help desperately. Give to your local mental health campaign.
And we wrap up this Saturday podcast with an episode of Fibber, McGee, and Molly. This goes back 71 years to September 27th, 1954. The problem of the party wine.
It's time for Fibber, McGee, and Molly. Sundays through Thursdays, NBC brings you Fibber, McGee, and Molly transcribed. The show is written by Phil Leslie and Ralph Goodman and directed by Max Hutto. Before we get into today's story, let's look over Molly's shoulder at today's newspaper.
Reading the papers these days sure gives me the willies, McGee. Look at these headlines. Hospitals handling more patients than ever. Accident rate equals 1952 high. Common cold.
Sure does make a man stop and think.
You know, maybe that's why a lot of folks are buying Prudential sickness and accident plans these days.
Mm-hmm.
Just to make sure there will always be everyday living money coming in when they're laid up.
And especially when you consider all that Prudential sickness and accident plans can do for a family.
Yeah. If you qualify, they can pay you a regular tax-free income while you're sick or injured and unable to work at your job. Or they can help pay your hospital and surgical expenses. They'll even do both if you set it up that way.
Well, that's an advantage.
Sure is. But most important of all, the Prudential Income Protection Plan covers you for just about every kind of accident and every type of sickness or disease.
So, friends, call your Prudential agent tomorrow about these wonderful plans provided by the company with the strength of Gibraltar. They won't make sickness and accident a pleasure, but they sure can take a lot of the worry out of it.
Oh, my gosh. Gee whiz, what time is it, Molly?
6:45. Why?
Doggone it, I forgot to call Herb Travis. You know, to go bowling with me and Doc and Les and Wally Wimple tonight on account of Doc's not going and we need somebody to take his place. Herb? Oh, I forgot to mention that I was going bowling, didn't I? Me and Doc and Les and Wally Wimple. Only Doc can't go. I forgot to tell you.
Well, I sort of had a hunch you might be going.
You did?
Just intuition, I suppose.
Oh?
Yeah, it sort of popped into my mind when you came into dinner in your T-shirt and bowling shoes and asked me to help you get your thumb out of your bowling ball.
You ought to be a detective, kiddo.
Incidentally, how is your thumb? Swelling go down?
Yeah, it's okay. But the next time Teeny comes in here with a wad of chewing gum, hide my bowling ball, will you? Took me an hour to get that goose scraped out of the thumb hole.
Well, now you go ahead and make your phone call. I like to see you boys bowl. It keeps you off the streets and in the alleys.
Oh.
Who'd you say is going?
Me and Doc and Les and Wally Wimple is the team. Only Doc can't go. That's why I got to call Herb. Doc's canceled out. Emergency at the hospital.
Oh?
Where's our phone list? Oh, here it is. Sure hope Herb can go. He's a good bowler. Let me see. Herb Travis. Vista 8395. I should have called him an hour ago because we... Oh, no.
What is it? Not chewing gum in the telephone because...
Listen to this.
And then she said to me, really, my dear, do you think I'd say a thing like that behind your back?
Oh, dear, the party line again, huh?
So I said, well, I know one thing, Eleanor. You'd never have nerve enough to say it to my face.
Wouldn't you know it? Just when I got...
Hang it up, McGee.
Well, you should have seen her expression. I tell you, Helen, I actually felt sorry for her. After all, she is my very close friend. And I never...
That ain't the dead reddest. Just when I get an important call to
You
make.
can try again in a few minutes.
I'll say I'll try again in a few minutes, and that party line better be off of there because...
Maybe this is one of your bowlers now. Come in. Oh, it's the old-timer.
Hello there, kids. Hi, daughter. Hi, Johnny.
Hi, old-timer. Hey, you want to bowl tonight? We got a vacancy on account of...
Oh, I can't make it tonight, Johnny. Going to a reunion.
Reunion?
Going to get together once again with that old gang of mine.
Uh-oh.
Gee, I'll be so glad to see that old gang of mine. Ever tell you about that old gang, kid?
7,000 times, and I'm too busy to listen now because I'm...
Yeah, but it was a great old gang, daughter. There was Raymond and Pete, and Damon and Skeets. There was Lonnie and Will, and Johnny and Cleopatra Schnappfried.
Cleopatra?
Schnappfried?
How did she get in the gang?
Her papa run the calaboose. That's where we held our meetings. She become very famous afterwards, Cleo did. Beauty queen.
Really? Miss America or something?
No, what happened was her family moved to California and her papa went in the wine-making business out there.
Oh?
Seemed like all the wine he turned out got kind of a mold on top of it, though, like vinegar does.
Yeah, moldy, huh?
Yep. So, when they had the big grape festival that year and run off the beauty contest, Cleopatra Schnappfried was elected Miss Wine Mold of 1884.
Miss...
I gotta run along now, kids. Just stop to borrow your old mandolin, Johnny.
Mandolin? Oh, that's busted.
Okay, skip it. None of us play the mandolin anyhow. Gee, but I'll be so glad to see that old gang.
Hand me the phone, will you? I gotta get hold of Herb Travis. To bowl with us. Oh, for dad rat it.
And you know what she said to me, Grace? She said, my dear, do you think I'd say a thing like that behind your back?
Still at it, huh?
Yeah, I got a good notion.
No, you hang it up.
So I said, well, I know one thing. You'd never have nerve enough to say it to my face.
I'm going to give her just 5 more minutes. And if she ain't off of that party line in 5 minutes...
Back to Wistful Vista in a minute.
It's dependable, C, so dependable, A, as dependable as can be. That's why every year more people buy RCA Victor than any other TV for dependability.
Right now, the motto at your RCA Victor dealer is look, listen, and save. Look at the brand new collection of the most beautiful sets in TV land. Look at the new all-clear picture with a 212% improvement in picture contrast. Listen to famous Golden Throat Fidelity sound, the richest sound ever heard on TV. Save on the lowest prices in RCA Victor history.
It's dependable, C, so dependable, A, as can be. That's why every year more people buy RCA Victor than any other TV for dependability.
Remember the world's best names for quality. RCA and RCA Victor.
Not yet, McGee. You just hung the phone up 2 minutes ago after all.
Well, gee whiz, this is urgent, Molly. If I can get Herb Travis to bowl with me, he'll be my partner, and he's good. And if I can't get him, I'll have to call Kramer or Mort Toops, and we're lousy. I mean, they are.
Well, I can see it's an emergency, but give the party line a chance.
A chance? They've been on there for an hour already. And then she says to me, do you think I'd say a thing like that behind your back? My gosh, a story like that usually takes forever, and she'll be on that...
Hold it a minute. Come in.
Hi, Miss McGee. Mr. McGee, here I am.
Hello, Lester.
Hi, Les. Come on in.
You ready to go? I bought me a new bowling ball last week, and I'm just itching to try it out. Did you get somebody to take Dr. Gamble's place all right?
Not yet. Somebody's hogging our phone, Les. You know, the party line. Been on it ever since dinner, and I can't call out till they hang up.
Well, it's too bad Dr. Gamble couldn't come.
Yeah, well, that's the life of a doctor. Had to be at the hospital tonight for an emergency. Doc's a nice guy, and a good bowler, too. And if I had him on my side, we'd beat you guys.
McGee, the phone is clear now. They hung up.
Swell, give me it.
I told you all you had to do was wait a few minutes. You're so impatient.
Well, we're due at that bowling alley at 8:15, and what's Herb's number? I forgot Herb's number. I hope he's home because...
The phone, Molly. Where's the phone? Can I borrow the phone?
Well, Dr. Gamble.
Hi, Doctor.
Hate to break in on you like this, Molly, but this is urgent and... Oh, there it is. Let me have that phone, McGee. It's an emergency.
Gee whiz, I'm trying to call Herb Travis.
I gotta call the hospital right away.
Yeah, but...
I just came from there and I've got it... Hello? Dr. Gamble. Yes, connect me with surgery right away.
Oh, dear, I hope it's not something serious.
Well, he must have sewed his hat up inside of a patient or something the way...
Surgery? Miss Cuddleton. Oh, hi, Snooky. This is Georgie boy.
Georgie boy? Oh, brother.
Did you say you wanted chocolate or pistachio on that ice cream cone? I was halfway down to Kramer's drugstore and
What? Is that the big emergency?
Please, McGee, I'm talking on the phone.
We can't hear him, Mr. McGee.
What'd you say, Snooky? Oh, strawberry. Okay, I'll be right back. Bye, Cuddles.
Oh, Cuddles.
Hand me that phone book. I'll Cuddles him right between those pointed ears, the big fat wolf.
He's quite a Casanova, isn't he?
Thanks, Molly. I gotta run.
So this is why you canceled out on your bowling date. Emergency, huh? Come back here, you big fat...
It was an emergency. She was going out with one of the interns. Strawberry, strawberry, strawberry.
Oh, that's the last time I asked that big nurse chaser to bowl with me, boy. Of all the dirty...
He sure looked cute in his new gray suit and that hand-painted necktie.
Yeah? Did you see that carnation in his buttonhole?
Yeah. I don't think he had his mind on bowling tonight. Well, you better call Herb now while you can.
Yeah. What's Herb's number again? 893?
No, 8395.
Oh, yeah, thanks. He's probably gone out somewhere by now.
You think I'd say a thing like that behind your back?
Oh, no, she's at it again.
Oh, dear.
So I said, well, I know one thing. You'd never have nerve enough to say it to my face.
Hang it up, McGee.
I got a good notion to raise the...
Why don't you come on next door to my house, Mr. McGee? We can call Herb from there.
I wish you could have seen her expression. I really felt sorry for her, Thelma. I mean, after all, she is my very closest friend.
It's a good thing you took that phone out of my hands, Molly. One more second, and I'd have blasted that dame's ears off.
I know. I recognize that look in your eye. And I don't blame you. People who use a party line should be more considerate. It's a shame.
Yeah, it sure is. Come on, I'll take your bowling ball and we can leave from my house.
Yeah, well, we'll see you later, Molly.
Have a good time, boys.
I'm going to talk to that phone company about this tomorrow. By George, when a guy has to go to the neighbors to make a phone call because his dad ratted party line has got...
Oh, right this way, Mr. McGee. The phone's in the den.
Well, thanks, Les. We better hurry.
I'd sure like to meet whoever that is on your party line. I had to teach that woman a little politeness.
Is that you, Lester?
Yeah, Sally. Mr. McGee came over to use
I'll be with you in a minute. Yes, Emily, I phoned Helen and the other girls about it, and like I say, I actually felt sorry for her. I mean, after all, she is my closest friend, and for someone like that to say a thing like that behind my back...
Oh, this is ridiculous. She's the one.
Fibber and Molly will be right back.
Busy day, busy day, busy, busy, busy day. You know what's the answer for days like that? Here it is. Lots of packages of all 3 flavors of Jell-O Instant Pudding. Jell-O Instant Pudding, the busy day dessert from the famous Jell-O folks. Here's why. You merely add Jell-O Instant Pudding to cold milk. Beat it up. That's all. Almost at once, there's a creamy, nourishing, delicious dessert all ready to eat. And, so good. No other instant pudding in the wide world is just quite the same. So very quick and easy. You can always serve a homemade dessert no matter how busy you are. Better ask the man at the store tomorrow to give you a big supply. Get chocolate, vanilla, and butterscotch for lunchtime, dinner time, anytime, every busy day. The terrific busy day dessert, new Jell-O Instant Pudding.
I certainly am sorry, Mr. McGee. I had no idea we were on the same party line. Not that that's any excuse.
Well, I did want to make this call, Sally. I've been trying to reach Herb for an hour.
Oh, well, here, you go right ahead. I've delayed you long enough.
Well, thanks. It'll just take a minute. Maybe it's still not too late. If Herb's out, I'll call Kramer or...
Yes, Mabel. McGee's been trying to make the call all evening. And then she says, after all, she is my closest friend, and for someone like that to say a thing like that...
Ah, for the love of Mike.
Just a minute, Mabel. There's some loudmouth on our party line. Sir, whoever you are,
It's me, Molly.
You, McGee? How did you...
Never mind. Skip it. Good night.
Good night, all.
Fibber, McGee, and Molly is an NBC Radio Network production transcribed, with Bill Thompson as the old-timer, Arthur Q. Bryan as Dr. Gamble, Robert Easton as Les, and Mary Lou Harrington as Sally. This is John Wald urging you to be with us again tomorrow night as McGee gets the governor over a barrel and hits him for a soft state job. Does he get it? Well, tune in and see.
Our youth today will never know what it was like to have to wait for somebody to get off the party line. 71 years ago, September 27th, 1954, Fibber, McGee, and Molly on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. We'll have more comedy tomorrow. George and Gracie, Bobby Ellis as Henry Aldrich in the Aldrich Family, Father Knows Best, Jack Parr, and Lum and Abner. See you tomorrow for more great Classic Radio Theater. I'm Wyatt Cox.